today.
Yes! Touchdown!
Come on, one more, Dad.
Today!
Push, Dad. One more. Come on, push.
Hey, kids are in bed. What you up to?
Tonight.
Call 865-544-8220 or book now in under 30 seconds at menspronknoxville.com. Men's Pro Knoxville, for every man in every season of life.
What kind of day is it? It's a White Claw day. Light and refreshing tasting, uniquely cold way filtered. There's an iconic flavor for everyone. Come on, grab a pack. White Claw. Grab life by the claw. Please drink responsibly. Hard seltzer with flavor. White Claw Seltzer Works, Chicago, Illinois.
You're listening to FM 105.7 and AM 1340, WKGN Knoxville, and W289CU Knoxville, Fan Run Radio. WKGN 1340, go Vols!
You're tuned in to East Tennessee's premier sports radio call-in show. This is The Drive.
And hello, good afternoon, and welcome to another stellar edition of The Drive here on Fan Run Radio. Russell Smith punching the time clock on a Football Friday off week edition. Still Football Friday here on Fan Run Radio. Another 3-hour tour starts live this afternoon in the White Claw Hard Seltzer Studios. Hope to be out and about a week from today at a special location that I know you will love. Trying to nail that down. Should be maybe an update on that. Overreaction Monday. 2 weeks from today, Florida Friday, we are going to be at Barley's, downtown Knoxville, presented by our friends at Garage Beer. And then before the Vanderbilt game, Black Friday edition, I believe we're at the Casual Pint North Shore. So,
nice.
Finishing up strong here. We're going to finish strong on The Drive this football season. I don't know if the Vols are going to finish strong, but we're going to finish strong, dang it.
I think they are.
Big football weekend coming up. We will break it all down to levels beyond scientific. We've got Walker Smith in the White Claw Hard Seltzer Studios back. We lose Basker Bob. We gain Walker.
And Bob just about mailed it.
I'd say you guys are winning that trade
for
there.
being honest.
You think Walker says we're winning the trade. He says the show improves today.
Minus Bob,
Yeah.
plus Walker. I don't know.
I say it's a wash.
Yeah.
Wow.
You could read into that what you want. I could be a good thing.
Good.
Me staying focused is more important.
Yeah, I would say so.
Yeah. I mean, well, there's a first time for everything.
True.
Whoa!
The big sports show is tomorrow at the World's Fair Exhibition Hall from 10 to 5 p.m. Very excited about this. Been talking about it for over a month now, getting you ready for all the stars that are going to be in downtown Knoxville tomorrow. I'm going to be out there walking around with a young man. If you see me, come up and say hello.
Who are you most looking forward to seeing?
Well, for me, it's probably like James Littleman Stewart and Carl Pickens, just because they were childhood heroes. But, I mean, Jose Canseco and Doc Gooden, I mean, those are the biggest names to me.
I feel like they're going to have a long line.
Those are huge names. Yeah. So the way it works, and we're going to give away more passes today, is – and be sure to look at bigsportshow.com for the details on this, but – like some of the guys you have to pay for their autograph. Like this just gets you in the door. But like the Vols, Deshaun Bishop, Braylon Staley, Perlotti, you can get their autographs just for free. With the passes, you can just go up and get them. And I think a couple of the others like Shamiqua and Littleman, Pickens, I think they're signing for free. But for Doc Gooden, Canseco, I think Earl Campbell, like you might have to pay a little bit extra. So
yeah.
But you can go and take pictures, I guess, until your heart's content.
Jose Canseco. I wonder if anybody, because, I mean, he is Jose. You think anybody ever asks him anything crazy?
Yes.
Of course.
Yeah.
About
I think all the time. Yeah. I think Wade Boggs is asked about the whatever 80 beers on a flight or whatever the story is about him. I'm sure Earl Campbell gets asked about playing in the House of Pain back in the day. I'm sure Javon Curse will be asked about Florida and Tennessee, the rivalry, all that stuff. I think these guys understand when you agree to come to an event like this, even if whatever you hear from the general public, even if it's kind of like, that's a hell of a thing to say to a guy. I think you just have to take it. Like you're getting paid to be there, and you know the deal.
Who you are. Yeah.
You know the deal.
Both those guys. I mean, I don't know. There are some appropriate questions I'd love to ask Gooden, whether or not he'd be candid with you, just about the 86 Mets and how wild the stories were about those guys.
Yes. Oh, yeah.
Perlman did a book on him, I think, and it's.
I've never read the book. I've seen documentaries and stuff. Kevin Mitchell, the cat story is phenomenal.
Yeah.
You never heard that story?
No, I just remember Kevin Mitchell throwing a ball from the outfield wall to home plate and gunning somebody.
So the story was Doc Gooden and maybe David Cohn had gone over to Kevin Mitchell's house or apartment. His girlfriend had called him. They're like, "Hey, Kevin Mitchell's acting crazy. Like, can you come calm him down?" And they said they got there, and I'm not doing this story justice, but the long and short of it is like the two teammates walk into Kevin Mitchell's apartment. His girlfriend's there, hysterical. They're trying to calm him down. And at one point, he picks up her cat and decapitates it.
Oh, my God.
With a butcher knife.
Yeah.
Cocaine's a hell of a drug.
That's the craziest thing I've ever heard.
I don't imagine Kevin's on a lot of these.
Good God.
There's a lot of – it was 1986 in New York City, man. The Mets were on a lot of cocaine.
Everybody in New York City was on a lot of cocaine in 86.
The late, great Robin Williams did a great bit about Darryl Strawberry. He's like, what do you want? What do you want from the guy? It's a slow game. He's standing there out in right field for 3 hours. There's a long white line going all the way to home plate. What do you want from the guy?
We could circle back to it. I watched you guys. We talked about the Gibson homer recently, didn't we?
Yeah.
I saw a video yesterday of Goose Gossage. Yeah, he was the one who threw it to him.
Eckersley.
Oh, was it Eckersley?
Mm-hmm.
Sure wasn't Goose?
Yeah. It's Eckersley.
Maybe it was Eckersley then. Whichever one it was, the manager tried to wanted him to walk him. He was like, no.
I should have walked him.
That's basically what he said.
All right, I got 2 pairs of passes for callers number, we'll say 7 and number 10 right now to the Big Sports Show tomorrow at World's Fair Exhibition Hall downtown. 2 pairs of tickets for callers number 7, number 10. Barry, just give me the name, phone number, 865-966-3435. Your number, 966-3435. Callers number 7, number 10, winning tickets to the Big Sports Show with all the stars we just listed coming up tomorrow in beautiful downtown Knoxville. Well, it is a lovely day, kind of windy outside. I was looking at the temperature. Apparently, it's going to be 36 degrees, high of 36 degrees, high of 36 degrees Monday when we reconvene.
Are you serious?
I'm serious.
We're going from a high of 75 to 36?
36
in
degrees
3 days?
on Monday, yes.
What are we doing?
And apparently it's supposed to start raining tonight and
Oh
rain
my God.
all weekend long, and then it's in the 30s on Monday.
Oh, my God.
I know, right? Stupid.
Oh, I hope the rain holds off till we're all home tonight. I mean, good Lord. It's horrible.
Mark Nagy, Christopher Gabriel, take your Yankee weather and GTFO.
We don't need that here.
Keep it to
We don't need
yourself. Yeah, we're just fine. But not much we could do about that. Blake Topmeyer, the object of Tennessee fans' ire yesterday when he wrote the column on USA Today about Josh Heupel should take the Penn State job if offered. Blake Topmeyer will join us coming up here in about 10 minutes to explain himself. He's got a lot to answer for. Topmeyer will hold his feet to the fire.
We got to. It's our civic duty.
Yeah, man. We'll practice a little Big J journalism
Mhm.
coming up here in just a little bit. Logan Quinton in hour number 2. High school football, the playoffs started yesterday. What a rotten end to the season for Atomic City.
What happened? I didn't see this.
Oak Ridge started the season 9-0. Atomic City is back. The Wildcats running rampant over East Tennessee high school football. Week 11, their 10th game, regular season game, shut out by Maryville, 34-0.
Yep.
And then last night they fall to Science Hill, 35-31.
I think LQ was telling us a week or so ago that Science Hill was back, and I guess they are. I mean, good Lord, that's crazy.
Yeah. So Oak Ridge was on a roll. Then, wow, what a way to end the season. We'll get his thoughts on that. A lot of other teams in action this evening, and we'll see what factor the weather plays and all that. And then finally, if you're all very well behaved, we will hopefully be joined by the Sheik. He is in the desert. He is running the numbers. He is doing the calculations. And if you're all very well behaved, perhaps he will bless us with a few winners heading into the weekend. Big night of college football, big weekend of college football. And it starts tonight with a couple of really interesting matchups. First of all, you got some Big Ten action with USC, Lincoln Riley. Everybody wondering, is he going to restart the clock again? Is he out of there? 6-2 Trojans at home against 5-3 Northwestern. That's a 9 o'clock kickoff on Fox. You've got UCF at home against Houston in a Big 12 matchup. And then probably the one I'm most interested in watching is Tulane
in Memphis
tonight. John Sumrall. Where's he going to be next year? Ryan Silverfield at Memphis. 2 coaches, 2 programs, power programs at the Group of 5 level that are trying to invade the college football playoff. And the loser is not only probably out of the playoff contention, your coach is no longer the hot name. So that's going to be big. Last night, Alex Golish getting the big win, 55-23. Did you hear Alex Golish after the game tearing into tractor trailer over there at UTSA?
No.
Let me see if I can pull this up for you. Redneck Radio this. So trailer had basically done the USF has a bunch of money thing, so they've got better players. And this is what see if I can
Comrade Golish had to say.
Come on. All right, this is what Alex Golish said after they won like 55-20 last night in Tampa.
I do want to say I respect Coach Traylor so much. I respect the program that he's built from the ground up. Just want to guard, and I've kept my mouth shut on it all week, but I do want to guard the comments made about that. And I understand what he's doing. He's trying to generate more for his own program, but don't do it at the expense of us. Don't do it at the expense of commenting about the resources we have, about what our roster looks like, and how much money is spent on a roster. Your prerogative is to go build your own program, but I think when you're talking about money on a roster, you're taking away from the fact that there's a bunch of dudes in that locker room that have poured into their process. There's a bunch of coaches that have demanded it of them. And I think when you make comments like that rosters are bought, it discredits the fact that there's recruiting, that there's relationships being built, that there's development and coaching going on.
And then so he goes on for like 3 minutes there. We won't play you the whole thing, but he's like, we're going to beat you and then maybe not cut a promo on you, but we are going to talk a little trash. Alex Golish, kind of a male appendage.
A little bit.
I'm not willing to go that far.
I mean, you gotta. I mean, it's a confidence that a good coach should have.
But if it's true, and as far as I know, like I don't know, because I went back and listened to Jeff Traylor's thing, and like he wasn't doing it in a mean spirited way. He's just like, look, they got more money. Like they've invested more in their roster than us. Like if that's true, that's true. Like it would be like it's like when we play Ohio State or when Vanderbilt plays us. Like there's just a hierarchy here, and it's not an excuse as much as it's a reason for what you're seeing on the football field.
I mean, it's so different than when a small market team goes to play like the Dodgers or the Yankees or Boston or, one of the big.
Yeah, I wonder, is Golish performing a little bit right now because he knows the cameras are on him and he's being talked about for some of these other big jobs? Is he trying to get his name out there a little bit? Because I almost feel like if that's what you're thinking, maybe it backfires a little bit there. I do wonder if some ADs are looking at, oh man, that's a little Kiffany. I don't know if I want a guy like that who's going to be difficult to control.
Yeah, but Kiffin's at least Kiffin's funny. That's always been his saving grace. I mean, it's humorous when he does it.
Yeah, and with Golish, I think that's just who he is, and if he was doing that to kind of put himself out there even more, I feel like he wouldn't need to do that because he's already talked about as one of the better coaching candidates in the cycle. Like, how much more does he need to prove himself after he's done a great job at where he's at right now?
Interesting food for thought there. We'll talk more about the coaching carousel with Blake Topmeyer coming up here in just a few minutes from USA Today. And will Josh Heupel, will our guy, be a part of it? We'll get into it. What do we continue here? That's what Blake thinks. More Fan Run Radio coming up right after this.
The Drive.
The flagship station for Tennessee fans. This is Fan Run Radio.
What kind of day is it? It's a White Claw day. Light and refreshing tasting, uniquely cold wave filtered. There's an iconic flavor for everyone. Come on, grab a pack. White Claw. Grab life by the claw. Please drink responsibly. Hard seltzer with flavor. White Claw Seltzer Works, Chicago, Illinois.
Citizens National Bank. Don't let the chaos of the holiday season slow you down. Adding your CNB bank cards to your digital wallet makes checking out fast and easy. Forget digging through your wallet or entering payment information. Just tap, pay, and you're on your way. Add your bank cards to your digital wallet for a smoother shopping experience.
Citizens National Bank. Banking never felt so good.
Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
The following radio theater is brought to you by Men's Pro Knoxville.
Hey, Dad, you want football?
No, buddy.
All right.
Pops, want to work out?
Maybe later.
Hey, kids are in bed. What you up to?
Tomorrow?
You've got one life, and it's too short for not nows, maybe laters, and tomorrows. If you have ED and performance issues, your family, friends, and even your career has already been affected. Book your discreet evaluation at Men's Pro Knoxville and turn your tomorrows into
today.
Yes! Touchdown!
Come on, one more, Dad.
Today!
Push, Dad. One more. Come on, push.
Hey, kids are in bed. What you up to?
Tonight.
Call 865-544-8220 or book now in under 30 seconds at menspronoknxville.com. Men's Pro Knoxville, for every man in every season of life.
Bankruptcy, divorce, personal injury. These are just some of the curveballs life can throw at you. Fortunately, East Tennessee has someone to help you work through these problems and recover. The law offices of Jerry R. Givens. If you're in need of legal advice, call today to set up a free, no-obligation consultation. 865-801-9250. As always, the phone call is free, the advice is free, so what do you have to lose? Call 865-801-9250 or go online to jrglawtn.com. That's jrglawtn.com. The law offices of Jerry R. Givens. Legal expertise you can rely on.
What if I told you you could pay off your home in an average of 7 years without making more money or spending a dime less, simply by changing how your mortgage is structured? Sounds impossible? Let me show you how it works. I'm Chris Burleson with University Lending Group, helping families across the U.S. save thousands in interest and own their home years sooner. Don't believe me? Give me a call at 865-388-7634 or visit smartloantn.com to learn more. NMLS number 332941.
Got a flat tire? Strange noise under the hood? Don't stress. Roll into Matlock Tire and Auto Service. From oil changes and brake repairs to brand new tires, Matlock's certified techs do it all. Fast, friendly, and fair priced, Matlock is the home of the price match guarantee. Bring in any competitor's ad and Matlock will match the exact same tire for the exact same price. Matlock Tire and Auto Service. 5 locations in East Tennessee. Visit matlocktireservice.com to find the location nearest you and schedule your appointment.
Would Josh do it? Like I said, only he could say. But if he was going to pop his head out, look around a little bit, I think now is probably the time.
Blake Topmeyer, USA Today, with us this afternoon. And I've been saying that for a couple of weeks about the, you call it the novelty of Heupel's offense. That's why, as a Tennessee fan, I don't want to see Alex Golesh come to this conference and then four guys or 25% of the league is all running the up tempo. At that point, like, everybody will have a strategy or a formula to deal with it, which then it's incumbent on Heupel to adjust to that. And look, I Tennessee fans listening, I don't want Josh Heupel to leave, and ultimately I don't think he will on his own accord. But Tennessee fans are asking, has he peaked here? I mean, and that's the source of the angst amongst the fan bases right now. It's like, man, is this as good as it gets? And if so, what does that mean? Because 10-2 is pretty good, right, Blake? He's done that twice in the last 3 years, right. And there's something to be said for that. Could it get better? Maybe. It can certainly get a lot worse.
Yeah, it can. And I'm curious, because I asked this question to someone else yesterday. So I'm curious if I could turn the tables. What your perspective would be on the temperature reading around Josh Heupel, where he sits right now, with 10 being piping hot, they're ready to throw him overboard tomorrow. We know it's not a 10. 0 being they just won the national championship. He's Tony Vitello, and they're throwing him a parade. What would you put the temperature reading out at 0 to 10 right now?
Right now, what do you think, Bear? Like 4? 4.5, 5, maybe?
No.
3 or 4?
3, maybe, yeah.
But here's the thing. If you lose to Florida and Vanderbilt, either one, but particularly both, like, then
it's going to be a fever.
Yeah, it goes over 5. It's like 7 or 8. I mean, you're probably not going to fire him this season, almost certainly, but you go 7-5 with losses at Florida and Vanderbilt. The seat is warm, if not fully hot, going into next season.
Yeah, and that's kind of what my thinking too is. If he loses one of those games, it accelerates. If he loses both those games, I agree with you. I don't think Tennessee's not firing him this season, but starts to get uncomfortable then heading into the off season. And you look ahead to what that schedule looks like in 2026. That's the other factor, as you guys know, with the schedule rolling over next season. Not only rolling over, but adding that 9th conference game. Right. I mean, boy, I'd really want to have it humming next year if I'm Josh Heupel at Tennessee and he finishes 7-5 this season. Goodness gracious, losing at the Swamp and against Vanderbilt could happen. I think he probably gets one of the two. I don't think he loses both, but even then, he loses again at the Swamp to a bad Florida team. At least in terms of record, Florida's in every game, but they don't win them. Or if he loses to Vanderbilt, that's going to be a hard way to go into the off season. Because let's face it, that's what it is. Nobody cares about the bowl game anymore.
No, not really. Vanderbilt is the one. I think that's the. That
was the last game. You're going to be your last remembrance of the season going into what's going to be a big off season.
Mm-hmm.
So.
And what if Vanderbilt's 9-2 going in that game? I don't know if 10-2 even gets Vanderbilt in, but if they're there on Selection Sunday because they beat Tennessee. Oof, that's tough.
I mean, who would have thought if Tennessee loses to Florida, you're 7-4, trying to play spoiler against 9-2 Vandy? Like, welcome to college football in 2025. Hey, Blake, a couple of other things. We'll let you out of here. Lane Kiffin, everybody wants him. The SEC, he's at Ole Miss. Got a chance to take them on a playoff run. Talk of him leaving could be a distraction. Do you think this is the year Lane Kiffin decides to bolt Oxford?
Yeah, it was interesting. I had this question recently. Where does he go? And that's tough to say. I said 60-40 he goes. 40% he stays, 60% he goes. Now, I gave those numbers before the governor in Louisiana went out and conducted a circus right after I gave those numbers. So I might now put it at like 55% he goes, 45% he stays. But then within that 55% he goes, it's like, well, where's he going to go? Is it LSU or is it Florida? That's where it gets really difficult, right? Even if you think he goes, which one did he go to? I mean, you know how we look at these things. If we're putting LSU and Florida side by side in a vacuum, I think most of us say LSU is a better job. I think if you gave Lane truth serum, I think he would say LSU is the best job open on the market. Not only that, I think he would say that it's one of the best jobs in the country. But then you add in all this nonsense that's going on around LSU right now. That's not even a strong enough word. I mean, it is truly a circus going on at LSU right now. And to some coaches, that wouldn't bother them. They just look at it and say, "Hey, this is a great job. What do I care about the circus?" Others would say, "Boy, that gives me some serious pause." I mean, how much do we hear about fit and alignment in college football? And sometimes that might sound a little hokey or overblown, but we've seen it at programs, and you've seen it, during the Heupel experience at Tennessee. When a school does get its fit and alignment right, and actually has a good coach, you still have to have a good coach. You give yourself a chance at success. I mean, anybody that's saying LSU has fit and alignment right now, I mean, they must be on the university payroll. That's a joke. There's no fit and alignment at LSU right now. So does that give Lane Kiffin pause at all with that job, or does he just say, "That's an awesome job. Brian Kelly's 3 predecessors won it. That's where I want to be"? I don't know. And if he doesn't want that, does Florida look good? I think Florida's always been kind of tempting to Lane. It does complicate matters, though, if he's 11-1 and in the playoff. 10-2 might be a little bit easier to start looking for the exit. But if he's 11-1, he could be in the SEC championship game. He could be getting a bye into the quarterfinals, which draws out these coaching searches. How long are these programs going to be willing to wait on him? And that's kind of what I'm saying. Like the best time to leave is like when you're 9-3, your resume's hot, and you're not in the playoff. Florida should have fired Billy Napier last year and hired Lane Kiffin when he was coming off a 9-3 season. What an opportunity missed.
They might be kicking themselves. Last thing here, Blake, do you give LSU, with all this going around, all this drama swirling around Baton Rouge right now, do you give them a puncher's chance tomorrow night at Alabama?
I don't think I do. I know, like, the rivalry factor of it, I should say, like, yeah, it's a rivalry game, maybe. But I've seen enough of LSU to think this is a team I've pretty well left for dead at this point. It was an overhyped team. I got sucked into it too. I thought this was going to be a pretty good team. It didn't hit for whatever reason. The offensive line is in shambles. Garrett Nussmeier's taken a lot of hits. Now we're hearing talk of, maybe incorporating the backup QB. The defense looks nothing like what it did at the beginning of the season. Alabama's getting hot. Kalen DeBoer undefeated at Bryant-Denny. I mean, this would, if this is a game toward the end of the fourth quarter, I think that would qualify as a big surprise, if not a shock, because these are two teams to me that are absolutely sprinting in opposite directions. So I probably should say I give them a puncher's chance because of the rivalry factor, but no, I haven't watched enough of these two teams. I think Alabama takes care of its business, and by the fourth quarter, it's sort of a party inside Bryant-Denny.
He is Blake Toppmeyer, USA Today college football columnist. You can follow him on X at @BToppmeyer. Blake, always a pleasure. Appreciate the time.
Absolutely. Good talking to you.
Blake Toppmeyer, one more time on the drive here, Fan Run Radio. I have to agree with him there on LSU. If that were a day game or it were in Baton Rouge, off week, interim coach bump, I might give him a shot. It's just Tuscaloosa's different at night. It's still a rivalry game. They're going to be all sauced up. That's going to be
– it's a tough ask.
Yeah, that is, to put it mildly. Yes. Yeah. And then the other one we'll talk about when we continue. I keep saying this is the game where Texas A&M blows it. They always blow a game like this, and it hasn't happened like the last 3 times I've said that.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm not saying it this week.
Ooh.
Which means
it may happen.
They're probably going to lose tomorrow at Missouri, right?
I mean, that's how it will play out.
All right, quick timeout. You're listening to The Drive. It's Fan Run Radio, 865-966-3435. Your number. What do you think about what he had to say about Josh Heupel? Is the Heupel era peaking at Tennessee, or has it peaked, past tense? And what does that mean for the future of not just Josh Heupel, but of Tennessee football? We discuss when we continue. It's Fan Run Radio. Stay with us.
The Drive.
105.7 FM, 1340 AM. Online at fanrunradio.com and streaming on the free Fan Run Radio app. This is Fan Run Radio, Knoxville.
Today, we raise a glass of Jameson Irish whiskey to the sport of football. Hear, hear!
To Gaelic football, born in Ireland in 1885 in its thrilling blend of soccer, rugby and basketball. On a massive field, 15 players kick or hand pass a round ball that scored points over a bar or into a net. No pads, no helmet, no sense.
Hear, hear!
To college football, which kicked off in 1869 when Rutgers beat Princeton 6-4 in the Battle of New Jersey. With 11 players and helmets and pads, teams battle on a 100-yard gridiron with explosive pass plays and hard-hitting tackles. Unless you're called for targeting.
Hear, hear! Since 1780, Jameson Irish whiskey has been enjoyed by sports fans all around the globe. Whether your football is Gaelic, American, or even soccer, we can all agree on super smooth Jameson Irish whiskey. Hear, hear!
Yee-haw! I've been hooting and hollering ever since I started betting with the VIP Play app. VIP Play has more than 200 leagues, every bet type you can imagine, live betting and live hosts, all with 24/7 support from real live people when you need them. Start betting better with the VIP Play app today.
Don't be a better, be a better with VIP Play today.
Download VIP Play today or head to VIPPlayApp.com. Make sure you use the promo code FANRUN to take advantage of their welcome bonus and so they know that we sent you. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-8899-789. Must be 21 or older and located in Tennessee to bet.
Ball fans, reimagine your home at Broadway Carpets and Flooring for any remodeling or building needs. With a variety of carpets, rugs, hardwood, vinyl, and stone, Broadway has all the flooring and installation options you're looking for, including pet-resistant products like Pet Perfect Carpet from Shaw Floors. Visit their showroom in downtown Knoxville or the location in West Knoxville located on Kingston Pike near Pellissippi Parkway today.
Your smile says it all, so make sure it's saying the right thing. At Knoxville Smiles, we believe healthy teeth mean happy lives. Now through the end of the year, we're offering half-price whitening with a cleaning. That's right, half-price whitening with a routine teeth cleaning at Knoxville Smiles. Call today to set up your appointment. 865-539-1776. That's 865-539-1776. Or book online at KnoxvilleSmiles.com. Don't wait another day to love your smile. Smile brighter with Knoxville Smiles.
Hi, I'm Bo Kregner from the Kregner Group. Are you looking to buy or sell a home? Whether you're upgrading, downsizing, or just need a change, it's never been more important to have experienced, trustworthy representation in the real estate process. So if you have any real estate questions, I'd love the opportunity to earn your trust. Call me anytime for a free chat, 865-742-1035, or find me online at BoKnowsHouses.com. The Kregner Group, real estate the right way.
On YouTube on the Fan Run Sports channel. Look us up there. Shout out to the YouTubers listening today. The Drive since 2010. Been doing it 15 years every afternoon, 3 to 6 now. Appreciate you being along for the ride here this afternoon. Another football season just flying by, evaporating right before our very eyes. It's kind of hard. It's kind of hard in this new landscape when you lose and you're eliminated from the playoffs. I know we're not technically eliminated, but
30%.
We're 90%.
I thought it was 30. We got a 30% shot at still making.
Oh, that's higher than I would have thought. We're more or less out of it right now. I mean, we could.
Yeah, but we could still. There's still games.
I mean, you're more hopeful than I am.
And then you've got a little brother coming over here with a lot to lose, and hopefully we'll smash their faces in, and then we hopefully get a nice game and warm weather for the fans to go to at the end. Right around Christmas time.
Well, it's we'll see what happens, but I do detect a little bit of moping going on this week.
Yeah, I think it's just kind of the reality that it's a playoff sport now.
Yep.
And I really hate that takes away from the fun and value that is going to Florida, just going to Florida and having a chance to win. Like, that would be a game that even in a 4-game playoff, we would still be looking forward to try and go there and win this late in the season, even if we weren't in it.
Do you think the mopers, the negavols, the doom and gloomers, whatever you want to call them,
Legions of the Miserable,
do you think if we win in the swamp in 2 weeks, do you think they jump back on the bandwagon?
I don't know if they jump all the way back on the bandwagon, but here's what would happen. Everybody we'd all be happy because it's not something we've done down there in like 22 years. But I guarantee you there would be we'd talk about it on the air. Man, how did we blow those 2 games to Georgia and Oklahoma? That's what that's what's eating at me. It's not that we're not in the playoffs. It's just, how do we screw it up and lose those 2 games?
Well, just the opportunity to win, I believe it would be with a bowl game, 40 games in 4 seasons.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know much. I don't know how you can be disapprove of the job the guy's doing when you keep in mind what he inherited and what he's done. You know, if you're averaging 10 wins a year in an absolutely cutthroat time when there's never been this much parity in college football.
So we're kind of going all in on the Florida game. Like, those of us who are still,
not me. I'm all Vanderbilt's a firewall for me.
Yeah, but if you lose to Florida, you're out. You have a 0% chance of making the playoff, and it's
but
like,
I'm not looking.
Listen,
at it the way
nobody
you guys
wants
do.
to lose to Vanderbilt, but if you lose to Florida, what do you have to play for?
Pride. I don't know. I'm not as down as you guys are about it.
I wouldn't say I'm down about it. I would say that there is as much value in going and winning at Florida as there always
Yeah,
is.
I'm not down about it at all. I'm saying, like, the Florida game that's the firewall. Like, you have to win that one to have a chance to make Vanderbilt meaningful, other than just pride.
Yeah.
Like,
I'm just assuming that something very Florida-like is going to happen. I don't think we're going to win at Florida. I don't know why anybody's getting their hopes up with that eventuality.
Go Gators.
It's Florida. It's a swamp. I've seen them. How many times do we go in there with better teams, more talented teams, and get beat over the years?
So you have no hope
of beating Florida?
Yeah.
In Gainesville?
Yes.
No.
0% chance?
That's not happening.
0%.
0.
What? No, stop.
Come on, Bear.
I mean, they would have to turn it over like 6 or 7 times.
ESPN matchup predictor gives us a 59% chance to beat Florida in Gainesville.
Yeah, the BVS tracker puts that chance at 0.
That's not BVS
0.
isn't like, but that doesn't have any impact on the game.
No. I mean, the reason why, it's just because this is the last time we're going to have a chance to win at Florida other than every 4 years after this year. Like, it's going to go from getting that chance every 2 years, playing them every year, and then being a regular rival to after this year, we're not going to have another shot to win at Florida for a hot minute. It's going to be a while, and I don't want that monkey to be on our back the same way that Georgia's going to be on our back since we're not going to play them every year now.
Yeah, I hope Heupel. I know this is an off week, and most of the starters are given time off and all that stuff. But I hope that they basically use these next 3 weeks as to just go all in on Florida.
I'm sure
let's treat it like a bowl game, and I know we have Vandy after that, but let's just go all in. Let's really come up with a game plan that we can dial in. And just make these next 3 weeks all about winning that game, because I think that is a huge one for Josh Heupel. If you win those 2 games, all this conversation that we've been having this week about angst and is he on the hot seat and what's the long-term prognosis here and should he take the Penn State job and all this stuff, it just goes away.
Yeah,
it goes away. You go 9-3, and especially if you win a bowl game and get to another 10-win season, at that point, fans will be back in and they'll be going all in on next season. And as soon as we lose a game, we'll lose our minds. But like you'll be all this talk, I think will more or less vanish.
Yeah, I feel the same way. I mean, we talked about at the beginning of the year, 9-3 with a win at Florida would have been a successful season if you had told us this back in August. And I still feel that is a successful season if we go 9-3, regardless of what happens in a bowl game with a win at the Swamp for the first time in 20 plus years.
It ain't happening. It's just not.
You don't know that.
You don't.
Wait, you just got through. I'm not down like you guys.
I'm not.
I'm not so negative like you guys. And you're sitting here telling me we have 0% chance to win a game that we very well are going to be favored to win.
Sure, we're cursed in that joint. I mean, look back over the years. Just
I don't want to do that. No,
the weird things
what
that
happened
happen at the end of games.
What happened in 1999 and 97 and 95 in Gainesville has zero bearing on what happens this year. Zero.
What about Felipe Frankenfurt or Franks? Remember the last play?
Yeah, I mean, I remember, but that was 8 years ago.
Remember the damn it game with Tim Priest?
That was that 8 years? I think that was the same game.
Was it?
What do you?
There have been multiple games down there where we shoulda, coulda, shoulda, woulda. 15.
So you have a lot of guys that will be playing that were like 10 years old when that happened.
But the last time we went down there, 23.
Yeah, 23 with Joe Milton.
Yeah.
Well, we got smoked. Like, we just played bad.
They completely, something happens when they go down there, and it just
we'll
disaster
see. I mean, it's
usually
not,
happens. You can't blame me for feeling this way. It has been 23.
I can, but don't
years.
tell me that you're more positive about the outlook of the season than I am.
It's not going to
when
make
you're sitting here
it's
waving
not
the
going to
white
make
flag.
me look at him any differently. Like, I'm not coming off the wagon. I'm just like not going to hold it against him. I'm like getting mad that it's going to rain tonight. Yeah, we're probably going to lose to Florida and Gainesville. It's just kind of what happens.
I feel like that's a loser mentality.
It's kind of like I don't care how good Vanderbilt is. They're going to do the JOB, and we may knock Diago Pavia into in the next week.
I don't know. I feel like if we lose to Florida, we might quit.
I have that bad feeling too. I have a bad feeling that if Florida goes really bad, like we look bad.
Because I think the vibes in the stadium will be so bad for the Vanderbilt game in that case, and that if they don't lose it and they're all fired up and coming in here, I feel like they have a major mental advantage.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know who Vanderbilt has on their schedule between now and us either. I think, do they play Georgia?
They play Kentucky, and no, they don't play Georgia.
I think one of those games has to be losable for them.
No, they're on pace to be 2 losses coming into that game. That's supposed. They should be in good shape.
Yeah, it's scary. If they have everything to play for and we're down in our own arena, that could be tough.
They've got
Auburn, right?
Auburn Saturday at home, Kentucky, and then us.
Yeah, the only losable game, I guess, would be at Auburn on a new coach bump or something.
That Auburn defense is good. Their
ESPN, a matchup predictor gives them a 71% chance to beat Auburn, a 84% chance to win at home against Kentucky, and a 43% chance to win in Knoxville.
Say, if I was head coach of Tennessee, there'd be a 100% chance Pavia get targeted on the first play. That's what I'd give you a percentage chance.
What do you mean targeted?
Harvested.
What? You dive at his knees?
That or his ear hole on his helmet.
Trying to injure the young man?
Take him out, yeah.
That feels aggressive.
It's very, hey, I've got a very George Cafigo, what better boy? George Cafigo mentality when it comes to Vanderbilt.
So you want to see Tennessee purposefully injure and or maim Diego Pavia?
I mean, when you put it like that, it makes it sound terrible.
That's what you're saying, though.
I'm not putting it anyway. I'm asking you to clarify.
Well, I mean,
your
there's a
statement.
reason I'm not the head coach, and that would be one of them because, but probably, yeah, I wouldn't lose any sleep over it. He plays for Vanderbilt. I want him permanently damaged or anything. He'd get better after the game.
What if he doesn't? If you're ear holing him, he could go full Antonio Brown. Wouldn't you feel bad if Diego Pavia was running around like a maniac with CTE 10 years from now, all because you ordered Joshua Josephs to
Terminate
put the hit on him?
Well, number one, it wouldn't be Joshua Josephs. You gotta be smarter than that.
Oh, so that matters in your mind.
I'm not going to send my best defensive player to get thrown out of a game. No,
I think
it's going to be a preferred walk-on.
I think you're missing the point.
By the way, but while we still have a little bit of time, technically I wasn't wrong. Gibson hit 2 big home runs, one to clinch the 84 World Series, 3-run shot into the third deck off my man Goose Gossage. And then he hit the pinch hit home run off Eckersley you were talking about in the 88 series.
Who did they
But it would have been the Padres is who Gossage played for. It was the Tigers and Padres.
Yeah.
And there's that's the one I saw, and Sparky's like laughing. He's like, this guy's gonna pitch to you. And then he starts laughing. But yeah.
You remember the Richard Marks video where with Dennis Eckersley, where Richard Marks is playing for the Cubs?
No.
And he hits a home run off Eck.
That would never happen. But
It did in the Richard Marks video from the early 90s. See if I can look that one up for you guys during the break. 865-966-3435, your phone number. You can call or text to the drive this afternoon. We'll get some of the listener reaction when we continue coming up in hour number 2. 865-966-3435. We got Tennessee basketball tomorrow over at the arena. Lady Vols with their home opener tonight at Thompson Bowling Assembly Center and Arena. And the Tennessee Baseball Fall World Series actually going on right now over at newly renovated Lindsey Nelson Stadium. We'll get you caught up on all things Big Orange coming up next right here on Fan Run Radio. Stay with us.
The Drive. The voluntary reaction.
This football season, tune into Big Orange Country's post-game radio free-for-all, The Voluntary Reaction, presented by the Griffin Law Firm. We'll be live on the Fan Run Radio app as soon as every UT game is over, taking your calls and breaking down the game to levels that can only be described as beyond scientific. So tune in and drink with us from the keg of glory or drown in the pool of despair. The Voluntary Reaction on Fan Run Radio.
The Voluntary Reaction. Raw, unfiltered, real.
Hey, Vols fans, Cody Brown here. I grew up right here in Tennessee and know what it means when someone says, I've got your back. That's why you can trust Farm Bureau Insurance of Tennessee. Whether it's your home, your vehicle, your family's future, or the business you built from the ground up, we will show up for all of your insurance needs. We are Tennesseans who understand what matters, which is doing right by you. Insurance is not all about just paperwork and policies, but it's about the people we insure every day. So if you want insurance that hits home, give me a call at 865-992-3871. Go Vols.
Knoxville, get ready. The Big Sports Show is coming Saturday, November 8th at the World Exposition Hall. Meet your favorite sports stars, Hall of Famer Earl Campbell, baseball greats Wade Boggs, Dwight Gooden, and Jose Canseco, plus UT legends Shamiqua Holtzclaw, Carl Pickens, and many more. Autographs, photos, and memories you'll never forget, all in one huge day. Tickets on sale. Get yours now at BigSportsShow.com. That's BigSportsShow.com. The Big Sports Show, Saturday, November 8th, Knoxville. Don't miss it.
Barley's has live music on weekends, general team trivia on Wednesday nights at 8 p.m., and now live sports trivia courtesy of the Knoxville Trivia Guys every Thursday night upstairs. The game starts at 7 p.m. and is free to play for everyone, so head on down to the Old City and show off your sports knowledge and win gift cards to Barley's. Use those gift cards to buy some delicious food and drinks, and you can take it all in with their wide selection of TVs and indoor projectors. Barley's Tap Room and Pizzeria.
In a world filled with deadlines and screens, sometimes we forget the simple joys of life, days filled with special moments. At Inward Half, we understand the essence of these moments. Feel the difference between our breathable fabrics and flexible apparel, as you disconnect from the hustle and bustle and reconnect with what truly matters. Inward Half. Simple luxury for on and off the course.
Welcome to Axle Logistics, where excellence isn't just a goal, it's an energy. As a leading third-party logistics company, Axle is powered by an award-winning culture built on a work hard, play hard mentality. Here, the drive for success is contagious and hard work never goes unnoticed. Whether you're just starting out or looking to level up, Axle Logistics is the place to launch your career. Join us and take your ambition to the stars. To learn more, visit axlelogistics.com.
You're listening to FM 105.7 and AM 1340, WKGN Knoxville, and W289CU Knoxville, Fan Run Radio.
Are you a federal employee facing workplace challenges like suspension or removal? Are you concerned about your security clearance with any federal agency? You know the Griffin Law Firm is your trusted ally in military legal matters. But did you know they also specialize in civilian federal employment law? If you're a federal employee facing workplace challenges like suspension or removal, if you're concerned about your security clearance with any federal agency, the DOE, FBI, FCC, or DOD, you might not know it, but you do have legal recourse. The Griffin Law Firm specializes in federal employment law, military law, and security defense law. VFL Marshall Griffin and his experienced team are ready to make your problem their problem, no matter which federal agency you work for. Don't face federal employment issues alone. Remember, remain silent, request counsel, call Griffin Law, 888-707-4282, online at griffinlawdefense.com.
It's time for the Drive's Top 4 at 4.
Hour number 2 of the Drive underway. It's Fan Run Radio, and time for the Top 4 at 4. Brought to you this afternoon by Knoxville Smiles. Walker Smith, what do you got?
At number 1, Tennessee basketball hits the court again this weekend against Northern Kentucky University. The game is scheduled for Saturday at 3 p.m. on SEC Network Plus.
The mighty Norse.
The Norse.
Coming from Northern Kentucky.
Northern Kentucky. Somewhere in the north.
To take on the Volunteers. I want to, is it like Versailles or Vincent? Like something with a V maybe? I don't know. Don't quote me on that.
Northern Kentucky is in Highland Heights, Kentucky.
Like I said, Highland Heights, Kentucky. I'm looking for another experimental game tomorrow. Hopefully get Troy Henderson some run, get another look at Amari Evans. Continue to see Dwayne Brown and just rounding out the rotate. Like who's going to help with this team, and can somebody make that two-guard spot their own?
You're just looking for someone to knock down threes.
Yeah, I mean, I still feel like ultimately I would like to see it become Ethan Berg. I know we were putting the ball in his hands a lot these first 2 games. If you're going to play Troy Henderson, to me, I would like to see him just be the backup point guard. He's the guy that comes in to spell Gillespie for 2 or 3 minutes a half. And then Berg's going through enough of a transition. Like, don't let him have to worry about handling the ball and bringing it up and all that stuff. Like, let's just put him off the ball on the wing, let him shoot it, and hope he makes them at a decent clip.
Yeah, I like that. Berg at that 2 spot. Him or Abram. I mean, Abram it's still kind of his job to lose at this point, I feel like. But
I don't feel that way. I feel like it's wide open, and I haven't seen anything from Abram to make me think he's. I'd love to be proven wrong, but I'm higher on Berg than Abram.
Yeah.
You homing in on a pick to click for this year for basketball?
I mean, all signs would point to it being for Berg.
Not really. I don't know, man. It's my one concern about this team. I just think we're a shooter short, man. And you see what the Rice kid is doing, Rodney Rice out at USC. He's balling out. The kid at Virginia, or from Virginia, who went to Louisville, McNeely, he's shooting at a high clip. And the one that hurts the most is Cam Carr.
Yeah, Cam Carr.
We have one of those 3 players on this roster. I'm all in. Final Four caliber team. but I think the hole is glaring right now. The two good, not trying to be a negative. I still think we'll be very good. I just don't think that we'll be championship level good without a guard of that caliber playing next to Gillespie.
Mm-hmm. At number 2, the Lady Vols are back in action tonight after falling to NC State to start the season. Tennessee is hosting ETSU as the first game of the season at home. Tip-off is at 6:30 p.m. tonight and is streaming on SEC Network Plus.
Baby club ceiling at Thompson Bowling Arena tonight.
I think Coach Kim is going to...
She's breaking out the club.
Kimmy Hundo is going to make an appearance.
Yeah, we're going to... give me 125. Something bad. It's going to be maybe 100-point blowout again.
Hope those ETSU gals are ready to run.
Yep.
They got their shoes tied, Ty.
Cruz Martin and Camera Harris will be calling the action on SEC Network Plus tonight if you are so inclined.
Checking it out, see how it looks.
Be monitoring the events.
Monitoring. Hoping
Really?
it's 30 plus by halftime. I didn't say watch. I'll be monitoring on my phone. It's easy enough.
I'll be aware of.
Yeah, beware the
$10
happenings.
says Baskerville's going to watch it wherever he's at.
I'm sure. At number 3, Week 11 in college football is full of great matchups this weekend. At noon, we get a top 10 matchup between number 7 BYU and number 8 Texas Tech.
Why are we playing that game at noon?
I
So
don't know.
dumb.
It is really weird. It's like you think Fox would have the game.
11 a.m. in Lubbock.
Ugh, those poor students. You hate to see it.
It's being in Lubbock to begin with, but yeah.
Mm-hmm. At 3:30, number 3 Texas A&M plays at number 22 Missouri, and number 9 Oregon will play at number 20 Iowa. Later on, the primetime SEC matchup is between unranked LSU and number 4 Alabama at 7:30 p.m.
Be interested to get the Sheik's thoughts on these big games. I know a lot. Iowa's a very fashionable upset pick this week. And, Texas Tech, BYU, that's, obviously the winner of that game is looking pretty good for the playoff.
Yeah, and that Iowa team has just been a popular pick for anything just because of how much the college football playoff told the AP your rankings are wrong by moving them all the way to 20 after the AP didn't even have Iowa ranked.
It'd be a cold day in hell before I buy into any sort of Iowa hype.
Yeah, any offensive Iowa hype. I'm sure they're still great on defense. They will never be able to score 28 points consistently.
Which, November in Iowa City probably qualifies as a cold day in hell.
I would say that. I would say so. Not a fun place. And at number 4, Wisconsin will not be searching for a new football coach after the 2025 season. Athletic director Chris McIntosh told ESPN that Luke Fickell would be retained next season as the program invests more around him. Fickell is in his 3rd full season with the Badgers, as Wisconsin is 0-5 in Big Ten play and 2-6 overall.
Luke Fickell in a pickle. My, how his star has ceased to shine.
It's always funny when I see these programs just think that they can throw money at a bad coaching situation and think it'll fix it. It's what Auburn did with Freeze. It's what we've seen happen all over the place. Like, throwing money at a bad coach isn't going to make him not a bad coach. At least in that situation. I don't think Fickell's a bad coach depending on where he's at.
He'll be coordinating defense at Penn State or Michigan or somewhere next year.
Yeah, he'll have a job somewhere.
And he'll probably be pretty good at it.
I'm sure he'll be great at it.
And I also wonder, if he came from Cincinnati, if school like that opens up, would they want to hire him?
Maybe.
As their head coach. Maybe.
That's it.
Thank you. New guy, that is the Top 4 at 4. It's brought to you by our friends over at Knoxville Smiles. It's where I go to the dentist. Why? Because they're great people, and they take excellent care of my dental health. My family goes there as well now, and we trust our teeth to Knoxville Smiles. You can too. If it's been a while since you've been to the dentist, now's a great time to schedule a routine dental cleaning and check up. They'll get in there and make sure you're in good shape. And now through the end of the year, they're offering half price on whitening at Knoxville Smiles with a routine dental cleaning. So again, great time to give them a call. They're waiting for you right now. Pick up the phone and dial 865-539-1776. Tell them Russell at Fan Run Radio sent you. 865-539-1776. They'll get you scheduled. It'll be the best thing you do all week, maybe all month, maybe all year, maybe in your entire life. I don't think that's overselling it. KnoxvilleSmiles.com. Book online today. KnoxvilleSmiles.com. Smile brighter with Knoxville Smiles. Logan Quinton coming up here in just a few minutes. How will the rain that's moving into the area affect the Friday Night Lights tonight?
Oh, I'm worried. I'm worried about it.
Playoff weather. Now, who's Central got?
David Crockett at home.
David Crockett.
Yep.
They're always in the 4A playoffs.
Yeah, they are.
That's the name you usually. I always like hearing David Crockett High School.
And they're always getting beat by West or Powell
Mm-hmm.
or, in this case, Central.
Yeah,
like
who
a
knows?
drum.
But you're right. If the rain rolls in, weather's the great equalizer outdoors.
Yes,
It's
sir.
going to be cold and rainy. And I just watched Central play a game against a not great Carnes team last week and almost lose. So you never know what can happen when the rain rolls in.
All right. Let's get a phone call from Matt. Is it Matt?
Yes.
Matt, you're on the drive. Fan Run Radio. What's up?
Hey, Russ. Let's say Blake's right and Coach Jetson goes up north. That throws our name in the hat with Florida and LSU. Did you guys see Kiffin coming here over those two schools?
I mean, we're the more stable place, but Baskerville and a lot of other people say no how, no way. There's just too many burned bridges. I know Danny wasn't here, Dondi wasn't here, Randy wasn't here, but Jim Haslam was here, and he's still here, and he still writes the big checks.
Big Jim.
I don't think he was a big fan of Lane Kiffin when he was here. So say all that to say, I don't know. It'd be interesting. I don't know if that's a route Tennessee would want to go down, though.
What about
you hear all these? Sorry, Bear. Go ahead.
I was just going to say, and not only Kiffin, what about somebody with a lot of orange blood in their body?
Yeah, that's not happening either.
I love Tennessee.
Well, you hear all these stories about Kiffin in Knoxville. And I don't know how much of it's true. He loves the place. He regrets leaving, names his kid Knox. And, you could argue he's the second best coach in the country. If you lose these last two games, which is quite possible, and especially if you lose to Florida with a interim coach. Have we ever lost to Florida with an interim coach?
Great question. Not that I can think of.
Basically lost to with an interim quarterback, Neon Tree, on that one year.
Well, we played him so early in the season. I mean, they never had fired the guy by the time we played him.
Now, Matt, you had it. I got to stop you. You think that Lane Kiffin's the second best coach in the country?
Oh yeah, by far. I would even argue he could be the best coach in the country.
He's better than Kirby.
I don't know if he's better. He's up there with Kirby. I mean,
I thought Kirby would be number one. Who's number one?
Kirby's one, but he's up there with him. And if you gave him Kirby's talent and you put him in Georgia, he's better than Kirby.
Who would you rather have than Lane and Kirby, Bear?
Right now, I don't. Kirby probably not.
No, I said who would you rather have than Lane and Kirby? If you're saying Lane Kiffin is not the second best coach in America, that means you think there's somebody out there.
I think Ryan Day is.
Yeah, Ryan Day is better.
You think he's better than Lane Kiffin?
Yeah, I think he's better than Lane.
No, get out of here. They handed that dude the keys to a Ferrari, and he's just, it's on autopilot, man. It's that Tesla. It's a self-driving car. He's just kept it out of the ditches for the most part.
What's the biggest game Lane's won now? I'm using your argument when you argue with people that, the Kiffinistas. He's never won a big game.
I don't know, but he wouldn't have lost to Michigan last year with that Ohio State roster at home.
Would you rather have Dan Lanning or Kiffin?
He's another one I was going to put right up there.
That's two. I think Lanning is so new and young and fresh that people just sort of.
DeBoer, Kiffin.
That's a Kiffin for
probably
sure.
Kiffin to
Marcus
me.
Freeman or Lane Kiffin?
We're just going to do this with
It's
everybody.
fun. It's a fun exercise. It's a fun exercise.
Naming off coaches that
Yeah.
I think are probably definitely better than Lane.
Mm-hmm.
And definitely Marcus Freeman is.
So hold on.
And
All
DeBoer
right.
is.
Well, let's listen. You think Marcus Freeman,
Mhm.
or Ryan Day could have gone to Ole Miss after who was the coach there before him? I don't even know.
remember his name.
Hugh Freeze?
Matt Luke.
Oh, Matt Luke. Yeah.
You think they would have walked in to that and gotten it to where Lane's got it?
No, but you're talking about two different things.
Well, yeah, I place more value on a guy going into a dumpster fire at a place that hasn't won much and bringing them to the level that Lane Kiffin has brought Ole Miss to than Marcus Freeman just keeping the car on the in between the ditches and Ryan Day.
I'll tell you somebody who's, if he's not better than him, he's just as good, and that's the guy we got right now, Josh Heupel. He came in a much worse situation Lane went into at Ole Miss.
I'd say they were comparable.
Yeah,
Josh has been to the playoffs. Lane hadn't.
For now.
Bear, look, I agree with you that I'm not a Heupel hater. I think he's a great coach. I think he's the perfect fit at the perfect time for what we had going on, for sure, no doubt. But there are so many red flags over the last couple of years with this guy you can point at that, and especially now where we're at, we're talking about going down to Florida with an interim coach with a far superior team, and we're probably going to lose that game. And if Lane Kiffin's our coach, we don't lose that game.
Dude, Lane Kiffin lost to Kentucky on his home field last year.
That
you guys
did
need
happen.
with knowing that it was going to put him out of playoff contention.
But you're in year 5 with a coach that's not playing in a playoff this year, and you got a coach over not 200 miles away in Vanderbilt that's in year 3, I think, or 4 playing. That's got an opportunity to play in the playoffs. How embarrassing is that?
I don't know. I can't go there with you. You sound like you're in that bottom percentage of almost disapproving.
I'm right above it. I'm right above it. I'm right above that edge. What would you call that area? I'm not like ready to fire him, but I'm definitely not drinking his Kool-Aid. I'm like in the camp that if he loses these last 2 games, that's embarrassing in year 5, and we need to really consider another option. I'm not saying you got to fire him, but if Lane Kiffin's open and we can get him, hell, man, why not?
Is what Blake Topmeyer just said about Florida. They should have fired Billy Napier last year. They could have hired Lane Kiffin. Now they're facing competition for him.
Yeah, that's a good point. See you, fellas.
Thank you, Matt. Again, I don't want Josh Heupel to leave. I don't think he's going to leave. I am 95% certain that he will be the head coach at Tennessee next season. But if he were to leave of his own accord, or you go 7-5 and it gets so ugly that you have to make a coaching change, which I know sounds far-fetched, but look around at what happened to Chip Kelly and James Franklin.
It was.
Who would you want to bring in if not Lane? Because you're not bringing in Marcus Freeman or Ryan Day or anybody like that.
I mean, I guess it'd be Golish, wouldn't it? Be the guy
I think
looks
that's
at.
I mean, that's
Golish.
the obvious.
Yeah.
I mean, your first call would probably be to see if Jimmy, figure out with the big boosters if they could stomach Lane being back in town. Go after Lane Kiffin.
If Lane
I think out of the 3 jobs, Tennessee, LSU, and Florida, Tennessee is much more organized as far as NIL goes.
I want to hire Lane Kiffin just so he can go 9-3, 8-4, have a bad year, and we can fire him. How satisfying would that be? 20 years or so after you left us in the dark of night,
so
we
cynical.
get to finish you. Stab
That's
him in
such
the
a grudge,
back,
holding such a
cut his
grudge.
damn head off. Ha! Ha ha ha!
That
would be that would be the ultimate Lady Tyrell, like revenge is a dish best served cold. 20 years in the making. Oh man, can you imagine how good it would feel to tarmac Lane Kiffin and render him to be the offensive coordinator for the TCUs and Kansas States of the world for the rest of his life?
I think you've thought a little bit too much about
that. Would be great.
But barring Lane Kiffin, I would say we're probably looking at Summerall or Golish, somebody like that.
I mean, is that not kind of the Danny White MO, is to go after the secondary names whenever he's had to make hires?
Yeah, but he's never been in a big school like this.
Well,
big time expectations and big time money, and we're no different than LSU in Florida.
Yeah, he already made a hire. It was Josh Heupel, a name that no one was really talking about when he got here, and now he's here and he's awesome.
It was a completely different scenario back then. Heupel was like his fallback after he got turned down by James Franklin and God knows who else. Remember Kiffin politicked a little bit for it back then, or tried to get those rumors going? Guess he was bored that day.
Somebody said in the chat, Jamie Chadwell. I don't think
the bloom is off that rose.
Yeah, they're not very good.
No.
I think they were like 500 last year and about 500 this year. Yep, they're 4-4 this year. They went 8-4 last year, 4-4 this year. After going 13-1 his first year when he's taking over Hugh Freeze's roster. Now I don't know. Maybe there are different circumstances for that.
Probably.
I don't know. Right now we've got a head coach, and I support him 100%. Unlike some people in this room.
I don't think there's anyone in this room that doesn't 100% support Josh Heupel.
Talking about
I don't 100%.
Misery, it's not here.
You're a coach worshiper. I don't 100% support anybody.
Mm.
This is all transactional. You lose to Florida and Vanderbilt, I'm not going to 100% support you. I'm not going to call for you to be fired.
Why don't we
But
wait?
it's going to be like 50% support. It's like, hey, man, you kind of fell on your face this year. You lost a couple of games you shouldn't. And if we're being honest, you damn near lost to Arkansas and Mississippi State. You need to show me something next year.
Well, why don't
100%.
All I'm saying is, why don't we wait till that happens? Why are we buying misery? We've been so damn miserable around here. When we call it, we refer to it as
we don't have a game tomorrow. Man. We're talking about the big picture. We're talking about where this thing is going, where it's headed. Those who don't plan for the future are just setting themselves up for failure.
It's true. The readiness is all.
Quick timeout. The drive continues. 865-966-3435. Stay with us. We're back with more right after this.
The Drive.
Catch up with all things Fan Run by subscribing to our podcast feed. Like, rate, and download the show from the Fan Run app or wherever you get your podcasts.
This football season, crack open a cold beer that doesn't fumble the flavor. Garage Beer is 100% beer-flavored beer. No gimmicks, just cold beer. Co-owned by the Kelsey brothers and brewed right here in the Volunteer State, Garage Beer is perfect for fall fire pits and Tennessee tailgates. So pick up a 12-pack today of the official beer of Football Fridays on Fan Run Radio. Garage Beer, 100% beer-flavored beer.
Dick's House of Sport at Westtown Mall is a destination devoted to sport, and it's your destination for exclusive events and experiences. Come visit a store like no other. Check out our 40-foot rock wall, golf performance center, Hit Tracks batting cage, and outdoor turf field. You can now rent our space for private events and birthday parties. Learn more about our events and exclusive product launches on Facebook and Instagram at Dick's House of Sport KNX. Dick's House of Sport, proud partner of Tennessee Athletics.
It's time for the North Knox Siding and Windows High School Football Player of the Week. Brought to you by North Knox Siding and Windows. Call 865-689-0505 or visit them online at northknoxsidingandwindows.com.
This week's North Knox Siding and Windows High School Football Player of the Week is Anderson County High School quarterback J.D. Gillum. Gillum led Anderson County to a thrilling 31-30 win over Alcoa last week with over 300 yards of total offense and 4 touchdowns as the Mavericks finished their season 7-2 heading into the playoffs. Anderson County High School's J.D. Gillum, this week's North Knox Siding and Windows High School Football Player of the Week.
North Knox Siding and Windows, locally owned and operated. They can handle all your siding, window, gutter, and roofing needs. Call 865-689-0505 for a free estimate or go online to northknoxsidingandwindows.com.
Blackford Veterinary Surgery Referral specializes in surgeries not regularly performed by your pet's general veterinarian. They're currently accepting referrals from vets all across the country. With their newly renovated state-of-the-art surgery center and highly trained staff, clients can rely on professional and thorough care. If your vet says that your pet needs surgery or rehab, ask for a referral to Blackford Vet and let them get your best friend back on its feet. Located conveniently in West Knoxville. For more information, visit blackfordvetsurgery.com.
Got a flat tire? Strange noise under the hood? Don't stress. Roll into Matlock Tire and Auto Service. From oil changes and brake repairs to brand new tires, Matlock's certified techs do it all. Fast, friendly, and fair priced. Matlock is the home of the price match guarantee. Bring in any competitor's ad, and Matlock will match the exact same tire for the exact same price. Matlock Tire and Auto Service, 5 locations in East Tennessee. Visit matlocktireservice.com to find the location nearest you and schedule your appointment.
Hi, I'm Jessica Lodgen, one of the hygienists here at Knoxville Smiles. If your children are having sleep or behavioral issues, we have things we can do in modern dentistry that can help not just with their dental health, but also their overall health. Early intervention is the key for younger patients and can avoid costly procedures later in life. If you'd like to learn more, give us a call here at the office and schedule an appointment. 865-539-1776. Or just book online at knoxvillesmiles.com. Smile brighter with Knoxville Smiles.
Logan Quinton, the Cookie Man, is here as the Friday Night Lights getting set to turn on here in an hour or so across all of East Tennessee. And round 1 of the TSSAA playoffs continue. Good afternoon, Logan. How are you, sir?
How you doing, fellas? Just trying to take it all in, a little pregame menu we got going on here, then get a debrief with the Panther Network crew. It's been a beautiful day today up until it wasn't. At least here in Powell, you can feel the cold air and I feel like you can hear the rain coming that's later. I heard you all talk about it. Supposed to rain all weekend. Hopefully we can get a nice game in for the games around the area. But yeah, ready for round 1, man. It starts tonight for us. Powell welcoming in Mo West.
Trojans coming in to take on the Panthers, and I would imagine that the Panthers are feeling pretty good about their chances, but you got to go out there and do it. Mo West, obviously a very proud program, but who would Powell take on if they were able to get the job done tonight?
It would be Lincoln County. A lot of those Region 3 and 4 teams played last night, and it was Lincoln County getting the victory over McMinn, which a little bit surprising. Obviously, I've not taken a deep dive, but do know enough about those teams. And McMinn was sputtering at the end, but we kind of expected that it would be McMinn taking that, but it wasn't. It was Lincoln County. So the Panthers are going to welcome them in. But first, we got to get past the Trojans.
Last night, man, what a disappointing end to the season for Oak Ridge after they were just looked like it looked like the 80s, 90s all over again, the Joe Gaddis, the first Joe Gaddis era, and they are steamrolling towards success, and then just kind of run into Maryville last week and then losing a squeaker to the Toppers, Science Hill last night.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. I love the reference because when you mentioned Joe Gaddis, obviously an icon out there, but I think of all the old film and the old tape of a young David Clary with all those phenomenal.
I love those. I mean, it's so cool that he has those tapes and his broadcast synced up to it. I love that. And he's posting these basketball ones now from like the 1990s when I was in high school, and he sounds the same. Diamond Dave Clary is a true treasure for East Tennessee broadcasting.
I said young David Clary, and I'll attest he's still young. Phenomenal broadcaster, even better dude. But yeah, for Oak Ridge, it's bittersweet because we've talked about it throughout the season, how first year in 6A, they were so strong, and they got to the point where, let's face it, they were not the favorite by any means going into that matchup against Maryville last week, but they were to be defeated the way they were against the Rebels and then to have this upset. Now, don't get me wrong, Science Hill, great team. They always have some athletes, but it's a little bittersweet because it was such a strong regular season, but now it's an early exit.
All right, Logan, let's get to the main event. My West boys had figured out what ails them, putting up some huge numbers down the stretch. And then I can only assume that you guys stole their signals or something because I only have 3 points last week at 3,300. Will the Rebels be able to score tonight in the rain and the cold at Sevier County?
Well, first of all, if anybody was stealing signals, I'm going to put it on Alex Golish still in Casey Clausen's signals and what he had going on opposite of the sidelines. But in all seriousness, ready to talk business, Russ. What can we do here to settle a score and kind of, have the Rebels with a mighty upset? Because we need a rematch. We need a rematch.
Run it back.
West. So, I'm expecting West to be game for it. But, if Sevier County plays their A game, they're as good as anybody in 5A across the state. I think we all realize that. West still has some size and physicality and the athletes that they're kind of known to have, right? And I think you saw that a little bit against Powell last week. It wasn't – they marched between the 20s against Powell very well. It was the Powell defense clenching their fist and putting up a fight in the red zone and also inside the 30, and they scored on a special teams touchdown. So if West can just build on being able to move the ball the way they did against Powell last week, that could start to put a strain on Sevier County. I don't know if there's anything West can take away from Grace for earlier in the season. Grace, pulling up the upset up there in Dollywood country. But it amazes me that it's a first round matchup. I mean, the way the card shaked out, you got this as a first round matchup. I think at least the first half is going to be dynamite. We'll see. We'll see how West can respond after getting beat by Powell. They're not used to being in this spot, right? Being a 4 seed and having to travel, and you're going up against the team like the Smoky Bears. It's going to be a tough one. We'll see if they can pull it off.
Logan Quinton with us, by the way. Little nugget for those of you who love East Tennessee high school football and the Big Orange. I want to talk about Josh Heupel. Would he go to Penn State? Would he go back to Oregon? Little birdie told me Heupel's son might be the quarterback over at 3,300 next year. So would that be a reason to stick around in East Tennessee? Just a little something to put on your hat. What else are we looking at tonight, Logan?
Locally, you got Halls and Tennessee High. I think, outside of what we've talked about, Carter does play at Greenville. Greenville would likely be the heavy favorite in that one. Carter might be able to make it interesting early. But I think the game of the night in East Tennessee could be Bradley Central at Jefferson County. I think it's a really big 6A matchup. Jefferson County pulled the upset here. I saw them on this field a couple weeks ago. They're an 8-2 team. They've got size and physicality. Bradley Central, same type of deal. They're athletic as well. So I think that's the game of the night in East Tennessee tonight. I'm hoping West and Sevier County turns out to be the game of the night. And then you've got some, like Grace Christian welcomes in St. George's. I know nothing about that team, but I know all about Grace Christian and what they've got going on. Mentioned the upset of the Smoky Bears earlier in the season. I expect them to keep rolling. I'm not going to count against them. And Bears allegiance, the Catholic brothers here travel to the West End, the way West End, to take on Christian Brothers. Christian Brothers, for reference, they took a loss to Lipscomb earlier in the year, 27-24. That's a reference point, common opponent, because Catholic handled that team with ease earlier in the season. So I think Catholic, good season so far. This could be a cherry on top to keep building what they've put together this season.
I stayed at a hotel right across from Christian Brothers about a month or so ago.
Make it out alive?
Oh, yeah, it's fine. It was a nice we checked, Logan. We made sure. They'll be all right. The Catholic boys will be all right tonight. They're not.
I hope so. For Bears' sake, I hope so.
They're not playing Memphis Melrose in Orange Mound. All right, Logan, Crumble Cookies, looking at the menu today, and, I'm sure you're going to talk about this fudge brownie and this decadent cheesecake thing, but these, tell me about the Martha Stewart's chocolate chip cookie thins. This looks like I love thin and even a little bit crispy chocolate chip cookies.
Yeah, I'm excited to try these. The whole menu, you mentioned Martha Stewart theme. I cannot confirm or deny if Snoop Dogg had his hands in making any of these,
but there is a Mile High lemon pie. So dive in if you want. But yeah, pumpkin sheet cake. That's the cake. One of the two cake varieties, right? We've got this cold weather coming in and ready for fall and Thanksgiving flair and all that. If you're already ready for those type of options, they got you covered there. The chocolate tart cake cookie, really good. But the chocolate chip thins, this is why I love Crumble so much, because if you download the app, you get notifications all the time about special rewards and offerings that they got going on. This past week, like I reached out to Grant and the gang because I needed to take care of something. We had my beautiful sister-in-law got married yesterday.
Oh.
Awesome day and awesome wedding. They hooked me up and they were like, hey, by the way, today what we're doing with this release of this Martha Stewart menu, like we're throwing in some of these chocolate chip cookie thins on these packs that on a purchase of a pack. So,
Nice.
Man, freebies and rewards all the time, man. So be sure to hit them up. There's 3 locations perfectly matched in the area, Clinton Highway, Maryville, West Knoxville. So if you haven't yet, download the Crumble app and go to your nearest location.
Sounds good. Last question for you, LQ. Will you be in attendance at the Cove Sunday when Tennessee baseball wraps up its Fall World Series?
Eskimo suit and all, brother. You know I will be. How about you fellas?
Well, I might get out there. It looks like the rain is supposed to get out and a high of 56 degrees, so it's not going to be frigid out there.
Yeah, not bad. So I'll bundle up if I need to, at least a poncho or something. And yeah, we'll do it, man. I want to see these boys. It's, they're not playing another opponent. This is kind of the wrap up of fall ball. And then they have like a few weeks of the few weeks that ensue after this, right, is going to be a lot of logistics of roster management and still some things to work on practice wise. But I want to see this, man, because I want to see good on good and see the early beginnings of Josh Elander year one and how he kind of motivates this roster, but also manages it, because I think that's going to be key. They got dudes all over the place.
Very, very talented lineup, and they posted the lineups for the two sides today on the Vol Baseball
already
Twitter account. Yeah, well, the game's already over. I think the gray team, one of the teams won 6-0.
Okay.
You want me to read you through the starting lineups real quick?
Hit me with it.
So for one of the teams, let me see if I can figure out which team this is. Antigua hit leadoff playing short. Chance hit second playing right field. Who's Chance?
Is it Houston Chance?
Yeah, Hudson Chance.
Hudson Chance, yeah.
Who's that?
He's one of the new guys. He hit a home run earlier, didn't he?
Hitting third, DH Grindlinger. Hitting fourth, playing center, Reese Chapman.
Wow.
Center field.
Yeah. Hitting fifth and playing third, Chris Newstrom.
Okay.
Hitting sixth, catching Stone Lawless. Hitting seventh and playing first, Hankins.
It's a new name.
Yes.
One of the freshmen.
Yes, another freshman.
Hitting eighth, playing second base, Bates.
Yeah, Finley Bates. So he's a transfer.
Okay. And then hitting ninth, playing seven, that left field. Yeah, left field, Williams.
Left field. Okay.
And then Blanco is the starting pitcher for that team. The other team, Abernathy playing second, hitting leadoff. Ford playing right field, hitting second. Grimmer playing second, hitting third. And cleanup, it was Clark, the catcher. DH was Brown. Who's that? Blaine? Is that Blaine Brown? Yeah,
Blaine,
from Rice. Yeah. Hitting sixth, playing center field, right. Garrett Wright. That's the guy from Bowling Green, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, catcher and center fielder.
Interesting. Yeah. Well,
yeah.
If you had told me the two center fielders would be Garrett Wright and Chapman.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's weird. Hitting seventh, playing short, Marin. Hitting eighth and playing first base, High, and then Eisfelder playing left field, Brandon Arvidsson is the starter for that team.
Okay, so that lineup, a little more to form, I would think. As far as positioning, I would say the former would have been a little bit more surprising, if anything.
Great competition there. Great competition, man. What a wealth of riches for Elander in his first year. Going to be interesting. You can go check him out at the new Covenant Health Park downtown Knoxville on Sunday, Game 3 of the Fall World Series for Tennessee baseball. Logan, appreciate it, my man. Have a great weekend.
Thank you, boys. We'll do it again next week.
Logan Quinton on the drive this afternoon. We got to take a quick timeout. Coming right back with your phone calls, 865-966-3435. If you want to hop on board, more Fan Run Radio coming up.
The Drive. Big Orange Country's home for sports. This is Fan Run Radio.
For over 3 years, Crumble Cookies has served the Knoxville area. From Clinton Highway to Parkside Drive. Even our friends out in Maryville have reached you, our fans, with the best cookies in the game. This fall, Crumble is gearing up for yet another fantastic season. Whether you're tailgating or looking for a pick-me-up after getting the kids from school, Crumble has you covered. Download the Crumble app to check out this week's rewards and features. And stop on by. Tell them Fan Run sent you, but don't miss the cookies.
Bankruptcy, divorce, personal injury. These are just some of the curveballs life can throw at you. Fortunately, East Tennessee has someone to help you work through these problems and recover. The law offices of Jerry R. Givens. If you're in need of legal advice, call today to set up a free, no-obligation consultation. 865-801-9250. As always, the phone call is free, the advice is free, so what do you have to lose? Call 865-801-9250 or go online to jrglawtn.com. That's jrglawtn.com. The law offices of Jerry R. Givens. Legal expertise you can rely on.
White Claw is taking hard seltzer to new heights with White Claw Surge. At 8% alcohol, White Claw Surge is a stronger wave of refreshment that doesn't compromise on taste. Available in 4 bold waves of flavor like ripe blackberry, citrusy blood orange, zesty natural lime, and tart cranberry. Check out your favorite retailer in-store and online for the White Claw Surge Variety 12-pack and 16-ounce single-serve cans. White Claw Surge. Please drink responsibly.
Running a business, coaching a team, planning your next big event, you need more than just gear. You need SM Athletics and Logo Solutions. Custom uniforms, branded apparel, promotional products, done right, done fast, and built to show off your brand with pride. From local businesses to high schools to major universities, SM Athletics is trusted by winners. Get real service, get real quality, get noticed. SM Athletics and Logo Solutions, where your brand comes to life.
Visit smathletics.com and let's build something great together.
Are you tired of waiting on interest rates to drop before you start saving money? I'm Chris Burleson with University Lending Group, and I've got a better way. With a traditional closed-end mortgage, most of your payment goes straight to interest, not your balance. But with my Smart Loan, every deposit you make cuts your principal immediately and reduces interest in real time. On average, my clients pay off their mortgage in just 7 years. Call me today at 865-388-7634 or visit smartloantn.com and let's turn your income into financial freedom. NMLS number 332941.
With over 60 years of experience in the industry, Merritt Garage Doors has a wealth of expertise in commercial overhead doors in the East Tennessee area. Merritt offers a wide range of door styles like sectionals, rolling steel, high-speed, and sheet doors. They also supply and install a wide range of dock equipment. If your business is in need of overhead doors, no matter the type, look no further than Merritt Garage Door, Knoxville's best and most trusted overhead door company. Contact them anytime for a free estimate at 865-933-5319 or online at merrittgaragedoor.com.
Tired of waiting for the weekend or good weather to play around? From casual to committed, Back 9 Golf has got you covered. Open to the public and offering flexible membership opportunities, they offer 24/7 access to 5 different simulators, providing cutting-edge technology, instant swing feedback, fun mini games, and a wide variety of courses to choose from. Perfect for that solo round you want after work, or swing by with food and drinks for an afternoon with friends and family. No stressful tee times, no rain delays. It's Back 9 Golf your way. Book your tee time now at theback9golf.com.
Friday Night Lights are back, and that means so is the SM Athletics Friday Night Scoreboard Show. Join me, Tim Hill, a.k.a. Vols Tim 85, and my crew every Friday night starting at 9:30 p.m. live action, live calls, and all of the biggest talking points in East Tennessee high school football. It's the Friday Night Scoreboard Show presented by SM Athletics right here on Fan Run Radio, 1340 AM, the free Fan Run app, and streaming live on YouTube on Fan Run TV.
Saw something about it.
You haven't seen this, Walker?
No.
Oh, you need to look it up.
All right. I'll do some research real quick.
Zach Calzado, he was a hot shot. I don't know if he's a 5-star. He's at least a 4-star quarterback coming out of high school like ages ago. He's 25 now.
See, that was like, what, 18?
Pruitt recruited him. I remember we would kick the tires there when he was coming out of high school. And since then, he's played at least 4 or 5 places. He ended up at Kentucky this past year, or he was their starter to open the season before they switched to Cutter Boley.
Okay.
And so there's this video out of this dude
flashing his money,
Zach Calzada, and he's got websites are saying he had $20,000 in $100 bills.
Mm-hmm.
And evidently there was some dude named Garrett. I don't know who Garrett is, if it's like a player or a rival or somebody. There's one of his ops, as the kids say, named Garrett.
Aptly
used. Is
it?
Yeah,
correctly used.
Yeah, and so there's just this video going viral of Zach Calzada. He's just flashing these $100 bills, and he's like peeling them off one at a. He's got like 20, however that is. What is that? $200 bill? Like I don't know. I mean, like I was told there would be no math. He's got all these $100 bills, and he's like counting them out, and he's just talking to this kid, get your money, Garrett, count your money. And just like saying the same thing over and over again. And it's so cringy.
It's bad.
It's so cringy.
Yeah, I just saw some screenshots from it. Not good. Do you know how much money Kentucky paid Calzada total for this season?
I don't know.
$1.25 million.
What? That's stupid.
For a guy that got beat out by Cutter Boley?
$1.25 million is how much UK paid Calzada, according to On3's article.
Was he an Aggie? Is that where he started off? Was A&M?
He was at A&M for a while. He was at
Alabama.
Auburn one year. He was at Incarnate Word, and now he's at Kentucky.
Calzada's the guy that beat Bama at A&M, right? When he was a freshman? Yeah.
Did he beat him, or was that Devin?
He came in. No, he came in and played well for him. I remember that game.
Yeah, he beat Alabama. It was crazy at the time.
Great investment by Kentucky.
$1.25 million for a bad quarterback, $50 million for a bad coach.
Should have put that towards Stoops' buyout.
Kentucky fans just say we should have put it towards a point guard or a power forward or something.
Yeah,
I do have a confession to make to you guys.
Oh, God.
About last night. About not knowing. I don't know anything that went on last night.
About
anything. I went home, ate dinner, sat down in my chair, turned on Thursday Night Football.
Horrible game.
Promptly fell sound asleep.
It's the right reaction.
So you don't know anything about anything that happened, and this is different from like is this something you even have to say? I mean,
I watch. I pay attention.
What do you do? Here's my question about this video, the Calzada kid.
Mm-hmm.
What do you do with all those hundreds?
I mean, surely he's got to have a safety
like
deposit box.
Whenever I get $100 bill, like first of all, I don't think I've ever had more than one.
How do you? I mean, who's handing out $100 bills?
And when I have one, I feel like like I don't know what to do with it. Like you never know where to spend
Mm-hmm.
$100 bill.
Like you don't want to hand the
like
barista $100 bills. Say break 100 for
when I know
coffee.
that. When I know I have 100 in my wallet, I feel like everybody's like going to rob me. Everybody's out to get me. This dude's just like got hundreds of $100. Like, what are you going to do with that? Where did you get that? Why did you get it? Like, did you take it out of a bank? Because I'm assuming when the school pays you or when your NIL collective pays you, it's direct deposit. Did you just go to your ATM and get like all your money out in hundreds?
You can't. There's limits. You can't just go out and get.
Yeah. What do you?
You would have to go inside and probably write a.
I broke 100
check.
recently. What did I break 100 on? I broke 100 on something, and It was actually at the Waffle House. How redneck is that?
That's awesome. I love
Because
that.
I had a big meal. Like we had a bunch of people, and I was like, "Can y'all break 100?" And they're like, "Yeah, cool." And this gal gave me like $50 in fives back.
Oh,
and so now I still have it, man. I've got
Still
this
got a
was
bunch
like
of fives?
I've got I've got like all these $5 bills in my wallet.
Huh.
That's pretty good. That's pretty awesome. I mean, having
But I never I can't remember the last time I took cash out of an ATM because I was just like,
use your card everywhere you go.
But my wife will sell stuff and like she's just like, here's money, and I'm like, okay, and
Sell stuff.
yeah,
Okay.
just like on Facebook Marketplace or whatever. Yeah, let's have strangers come over to our house. Great. But like I don't know, Walker. You probably don't even recognize this. Like I used to go to the ATM all the time.
I did. No,
Like once
I
a
did
week.
Too. I
You
would do
did?
that. Yeah, freshman year of college, I would go to the ATM all the time.
Remember the money wall on campus?
I got mugged there.
The money wall?
Yeah.
It's just a wall of ATMs. We had
Yeah,
some
yeah,
stuff
you
like
know
that
where,
at ASU.
Well, the stadium's like
It's where
here.
the student center is now.
Yeah,
Where that nice
yeah.
bridge is.
But yeah, there was like 9 different ATMs. That was usually a pretty good spot to get mugged if you weren't paying attention.
Well, you had to be.
late
Yeah,
at
I
night.
wouldn't go
Yeah.
there at night.
No.
You had to be careful.
Yeah, it's kind of.
No, I tell you, one place that recently does still do cash only is Sam and Andy's right down the street. They'll still only make you do cash only. It's the last time I used an ATM was going in there. Other than that,
No, they
could
got an
not
ATM
tell you.
in there.
Yeah, because most people don't have cash when you walk in. It's good business.
Hard times for the ATM machines
Truly.
out there.
Hey, COVID killed cash.
Yeah, it did. Touch to pay is just, it's too good. It's too easy.
What about change? You keep change? I remember, like, I used to always have change in my pocket. You can go and jingle your change. I'd never have change anymore.
Mhm.
If the rare occasion I get a couple of cents for something and I got to walk around with it in my pocket and I get home at night and put it on I'm like, what do I do with this?
Put it in
Yeah.
a change jar.
I know.
It's weird.
I've had the change jar. I haven't taken the change jar to the bank in 10 years.
I got a
Oh, yeah.
massive change jar, but now
Me
I've
too.
heard about the fact that I saw some commercial where you could have change in your change jar that's worth a lot more than face value. So now I'm always telling myself I'm going to get that app and scan all my coins.
Why? Because they've got like
Because you might have a rare coin that's worth a lot, like a rare quarter. And once that gets in your head, Russ,
yeah. No, you ever think about that? Do I have something in my house that I've just forgotten about that's worth
Mhm.
$100,000 now?
I always think like if there's any baseball cards somewhere in my
Yeah.
dad's house, something like I have an old Griffey card that I've had forever. Is like, is this worth anything right now? Probably not, but still pretty cool.
Yeah. That part of me would be mad if I found I've had this card that's worth $500,000 for 10 years and I've just been slaving away with Bear at Fan Run Radio. The hell? Phil, you're on the drive. It's Fan Run Radio. Good afternoon, sir.
Well, I was wondering if you're ever going to get to me.
Oh, we got you, Phil.
Dude, that's good.
I don't know, do we?
I see where who's going to be Webb's next coach.
I don't know who it's going to be, but I did not expect that. Honestly, it's an interesting move
he went 1-9
with 22 playable kids. Like, come on.
Buck stops
They-
here. You
they
ever heard of
said-
it? Go ahead, Phil.
They're still chicken of Catholic, even though they're, that's the biggest rivalry to school.
I
There you
heard
go, man.
the Josh Jones might be headed to Webb.
Really?
What a little birdie told me.
What has Josh Jones been doing?
He's at
Well,
Catholic
let's
now.
talk a little bit about Lane
there-
Kiffin and Josh Heupel today. I heard y'all talking about it earlier. And of course, Bear thinks Heupel's a better coach than Lane Kiffin, I guess. Is
He's
that
been,
right?
to he's been to the playoffs. Lane hasn't.
Yeah. I think Lane's got a better record than Heupel, don't he?
You're the AD at LSU or Florida, and you can hire either one of them. They'll take your job. Who are you hiring?
Lane Kiffin.
Bear's trying to find a way to argue for Heupel, but he's coming up snake eyes, it looks like.
All honesty, if Heupel would make some changes and tweak the staff, I could be behind him. But we're going to lose to Vanderbilt and Florida, and it's not going to be pretty around here. So he's going to have to make major changes on that staff. Because if Danny White don't force him to, then Heupel and Danny White will be leaving at the same time next year. What's Danny White done over there about hiring coaches? It's very positive.
He hired Kim Caldwell.
Well, that's still debatable if that's going to be any good. They still haven't beat a top team in the last 10 tries, isn't that right?
They beat
UConn.
We beat UConn on our floor last year.
Yeah, Phil, come on, a little respect.
Their game since then, hadn't they? They got beat.
Did we make it to
He hired Josh Elander.
He did hire Josh Elander.
Well, hopefully it works out, but he's not Tony Vitale, though.
Phil, you're very negative today going into the weekend.
Well, we're not going to the damn playoff. I expect me to feel.
Bear says we've got a 30% chance.
Do we?
That's what he said.
You don't trust Bears math?
We're going to win out and still get in there. We're ranked 25th. I don't know.
Fan Run, you can check it out on Twitter. There's a Week 11 reading guide that I think William Pattison or John Reed, one of the two, put out of what we need to have happen this weekend to help our chances.
There you go.
Well, we're basically getting back to the let's pretend again here in Knoxville. Let's pretend we're good and we're not.
Oh, my God, Phil, you're
It's
killing
been a minute
me.
since you've done the let's pretend.
Well, I mean, we are pretending. We hadn't done anything. We ain't won a playoff game since 98. We won a national championship.
Sorry, I just can't. I just can't. This close to the week, I mean, quitting time in 6 minutes, and I got to listen to Phil telling me how the world's going to hell in a handbasket. I just can't. I refuse. I don't have to.
Bye-bye. Bye.
Hit the bricks, Phil. Take your negative attitude with you. Try again next week. It's an outrage.
I love the bye.
Quick timeout. Hour number 3 of the drive coming up. We'll start with Walker Smith and the top 5 at 5 on a busy day in the world of sports and a busy weekend coming up. The Sheik joins us for his weekly visit. A couple of winners. Good day for the Cover Boys, 2-1.
Mm-hmm.
Humming along about 66% on the season.
That's what they advertise.
Let's make some money when we continue hour number 3 right after this.
The Drive. The voluntary reaction.
This football season, tune into Big Orange Country's post-game radio free-for-all, The Voluntary Reaction, presented by the Griffin Law Firm. We'll be live on the Fan Run Radio app as soon as every UT game is over, taking your calls and breaking down the game to levels that can only be described as beyond scientific. So tune in and drink with us from the keg of glory or drown in the pool of despair. The Voluntary Reaction on Fan Run Radio.
The Voluntary Reaction. Raw, unfiltered, real.
Hey, Knoxville. Surfside iced tea and vodka, made with real brewed tea, is only 100 calories, 2 grams of sugar, with no bubbles and no troubles. That's right, zero carbonation, so it's easy to sip and enjoy. Headed to a game day or party at a friend's house? Bring an iced tea or lemonade variety pack from Surfside, or try their green tea and new raspberry tea vodka. Find the can with the sunset stripes this season. Surfside iced tea and vodka, sold at bars, restaurants, and stores near you. Surfside iced tea and vodka, sunshine in a can. Must be 21 or older. Enjoy responsibly.
Citizens National Bank.
Looking for the ideal gift this holiday season? Visa gift cards from Citizens National Bank make the perfect gift. It's the right size, the right color every time. Ask about personalized bulk orders for your family and friends or customers and employees. For more information, call or stop by today.
Citizens National Bank. Banking never felt so good.
Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Hi, I'm Bo Cregner with the Cregner Group at Realty Executives. You know, the real estate market, like all other markets impacted by the economy, is changing all the time. And it's never been more important to be personally represented by a trusted real estate specialist. I can't emphasize enough how important it is when selling or buying to be individually represented. Call me today for a free consultation. My number is 865-742-1035, and my website is BoNosHouses.com.
Knoxville, get ready. The big sports show is coming Saturday, November 8th at the World Exposition Hall. Meet your favorite sports stars, Hall of Famer Earl Campbell, baseball greats Wade Boggs, Dwight Gooden, and Jose Canseco, plus UT legends Shamiqua Holtzclaw, Carl Pickens, and many more. Autographs, photos, and memories you'll never forget, all in one huge day. Tickets on sale. Get yours now at BigSportsShow.com. That's BigSportsShow.com. The Big Sports Show, Saturday, November 8th, Knoxville. Don't miss it.
At Knoxville Insurance Group, they understand the challenges many consumers face when searching for insurance coverage. That's why whether it's for you, your family, or your business, they create a coverage plan specifically for your unique needs. Knoxville Insurance Group is an independent firm, which means they aren't beholden to just one insurance company. They search multiple companies, acting as your negotiator to find you the best possible policy and price. Start a quote in minutes at KnoxvilleInsuranceGroup.com or call them today at 865-694-9788.
You're listening to FM 105.7 and AM 1340, WKGN Knoxville and W289CU Knoxville, Fan Run Radio.
The following radio theater is brought to you by Men's Pro Knoxville.
Hey guys, can we play football?
No, buddy.
All right.
Pops, want to work out? Maybe later.
Hey, kids are in bed. What you up to?
Tomorrow?
You've got one life, and it's too short for not nows, maybe laters, and tomorrows. If you have ED and performance issues, your family, friends, and even your career has already been affected. Book your discreet evaluation at Men's Pro Knoxville and turn your tomorrows into
today.
Yes! Touchdown!
Come on, one more, Dad. Today! Push, Dad. One more. Come on, push.
Hey, kids are in bed. What you up to?
Tonight.
Call 865-544-8220 or book now in under 30 seconds at menspronknoxville.com. Men's Pro Knoxville, for every man in every season of life.
It's time for The Drive's Top 5 at 5.
Quitting time on your Friday, 5 o'clock here on Fan Run Radio. And time for the top 5 at 5. It's brought to you this afternoon by the Griffin Law Firm. New guy, hit it.
At number 1, Tennessee basketball hits the court again this weekend against Northern Kentucky University. The game is scheduled for Saturday at 3 o'clock p.m. on SEC Network Plus.
How many people do you think are going to be at that game, Russ?
It's a good question. I mean, all these games are televised now. It's Saturday. It's going to be rainy, 3 o'clock in the afternoon, college football happening. It's a great question. I don't know. I mean, over, under 12,000.
I guess
kind of about what you're expecting, which is a huge crowd.
Yeah. I think closer to like 10,000 maybe.
Lower?
Yeah, 10,000.
Yeah, but still 10,000 people on a Saturday afternoon in the fall, 3 o'clock in a rain.
Consider like Auburn's arena is 9,000 seats.
Yeah. Well, you got a big arena.
Yeah.
Put a lot of people in there.
Pretty enthusiastic fan base as well.
No, if you put it at 12,500, I'd probably go lower. I think if we got 2 5 figures of an attendance, be pretty impressive.
I mean, we had to flush Phil. He didn't even get to why Tennessee basketball ain't going to win this year.
Oh, God.
They ain't got no shooting guard.
Not enough backcourt depth.
Ain't got no point guard. Upper level mediocrity.
Who's going to shoot the ball?
Where are all the cars going to go? You missed that one, Walker. That's to play the tape for that.
I'll
for you
go back
one.
and find that one. At number 2, Mark Sanchez will not return as Fox Sports analyst as the former NFL quarterback faces trial stemming from his alleged attack on a truck driver last month. To replace Sanchez, Fox has hired Super Bowl winning quarterback Drew Brees. It feels like
threw a lot away that night, didn't he?
Yeah. I mean, he was crushing it. He was on TV every weekend as an analyst, and now he's going to trial.
Is he, and I would imagine maybe some sort of rehab or something. I mean, that's not indicative of a guy that was in his right mind. He's got some other things going on.
Yeah, I'm sure there's going to be some
but,
court
I mean,
mandated.
He can do all that stuff while he serves his term in prison. Did you see the pictures?
Is
of
he
what did to
facing
that
jail
guy?
time?
Hell yeah.
I don't know what the charges are, what the possibility would
It's
be.
felony assault and battery.
Yeah, I mean, he
Isn't it?
probably could face jail time. I'm not
Again,
gonna
did
say
you
for
guys
sure.
see the picture of the guy in the hospital?
Oh, yeah, he was beaten to a pulp.
And he had a giant hole in his cheek where I guess, I'm just guessing, that Sanchez got the knife that he got stabbed with away from him and stabbed him in the cheek because there was a hole all the way inside this guy's mouth.
Quote, what are you going to do? Stab me? Stabbing victim. My favorite memes of all
It's
time.
pretty good. It's pretty good. At number 3, President Donald Trump has pardoned former New York Mets great Darryl Strawberry of tax evasion and drug charges, citing the 1983 National League Rookie of the Year's post-career embrace of his Christian faith and longtime sobriety. Strawberry was indicted for tax evasion and eventually pleaded guilty in '95 to a single felony count. That was based on his failure to report a $350,000 in income from autographs, personal appearances, and sales of memorabilia.
Complete shocker. And we got a president from Queens who's a Mets fan. He's going to pardon Darryl Strawberry.
You don't think Straw deserves pardon?
Hell, I don't know. I just thought it was funny that we,
It is kind of funny that
get a
for
Mets fan as a
all the
president.
drugs that guy did, and I believe he did roughly 44% of the drugs that were available in New York City in the 1980s. It was a lot.
Quite a bit.
He ends up like his biggest problem was from taxes.
Yeah, tax evasion.
It's what they always get you on. If you're in it seems like, but yeah.
Well, it'll be interesting. He's at the big sports show tomorrow.
He is.
Down there. So, like, maybe his first chance to comment publicly will be here in Knoxville.
It's true.
Should I take my tape recorder down there and see if I can put the Big J journalism hat on, see if I can get Straw's first comments about.
Just go slap $5 down and stick the mic in his face for his autograph? I thought we had him listed as one of the people we probably have to.
I thought presidents usually waited until that was like the last thing they do was pardon people.
Oh no,
they pardon people all the time.
Sometimes,
some do. He's been pardoning people this week.
You think should president be allowed to do that?
What?
Just override the court? Just you're pardoned. That conviction you had, whatever happened there, it never happened.
Be a couple more.
Should anybody have that power? I'm not talking
to.
about Trump or Biden or anybody. Like, should anybody in America have the power to just snap their finger and boom, like whatever you were convicted of goes away?
Is gone. I don't know. It's a great question.
Probably not without the proper
I don't
checks.
really think so, man. Like, why do we let the president do that?
I don't know. It's what our forefathers told us was going to happen, I guess. I don't know how long that's been a law, but I'm assuming it's been a long time.
We're going to have a system of checks and balances. We're going to have courts set up all the way through, go all the way up to the Supreme Court, and you can spend decades literally litigating issues, and then millions of dollars spent in court costs and everything, and then eventually a decision will be reached unless the president says
Just pardon.
no. You're not.
The governors can't they do it for state charges? I mean, the president can't pardon you
I don't
for
know.
state charges.
The governor can stay
Only
the
federal
execution.
stuff.
They
Yeah.
can be like, no, we're not killing this guy.
They can commute your sentence.
Which I don't know if we should have that either.
Maybe not.
He did play for the Yankees, didn't he? Though, too.
Played for everybody. Straw had a
long career.
Like he played baseball for a while. He'd go to jail for a while. He'd come back, play for a while. He'd go get drunk and go on a bender for 4 years, and he'd come back and play for a little while. And
I am making an assumption. I just know that Donald Trump was
always good.
Is from Queens.
Good
and I
ball
was just
player.
assuming that he would be most people in Queens root for the Mets.
Yeah, it's true. And at number 4, it's the first full weekend of college basketball action, and we have some great games to get started. Tonight, number 19 Kansas travels to number 25 North Carolina for the second part of a home-and-home series. On Saturday, number 15 Alabama takes on number 5 St. John's at noon, and number 14 Arkansas plays number 22 Michigan State at 7 p.m.
You know, we talk about all these coaching jobs and all this. Are you talking about football or basketball?
Basketball.
Oh, my bad.
Basketball. Arkansas is not number 14 in football.
Yeah, I was thinking. Well, you said like Kansas is ranked too. I was like, I don't know if they're that good this year.
Alabama St. John's could be a fun one at noon on
Who
Saturday.
are they playing? Who's Kansas playing?
North Carolina in North Carolina.
Oh man,
tonight
might be what I'm doing.
Should be
tonight.
Yeah, it's
Blue
tonight.
Bloods.
It's in a couple hours. It's at like 7 o'clock. And at number 5, a nurse in Germany has been convicted of killing at least 10 people by secretly injecting them with painkillers and sedatives.
I love this
to
stuff.
lower his night shift
not
workload.
not that they kill people, but I love these stories. Whenever they find a nurse that's like killed a bunch of people over years,
It's good. This is
dark.
This is a dark one. It's also just stupid. The 44-year-old male nurse who worked in a hospital in Western Germany has been accused of, quote, playing master of life and death with the patients he was supposed to care for. The prosecutors presented evidence that he injected dozens of mostly elderly patients with large doses of sedatives or painkillers like morphine or other muscle relaxants, sometimes used for executions in the U.S., with the simple and petty goal of making his night shifts easier. The defendant, whose identity has not been made public, testified in court that he had simply tried to put his patients to sleep because, quote, sleep is the best medicine, and claimed that he had no idea the drugs he used would be so lethal.
this happens like once every 10 years. And they find out that there's like a nurse or a doctor that has just been killing people for their own perverse pleasure
Usually
for
call him
years.
like the angel of death.
Yeah.
Oh, Heinrich, this guy was probably born about 100 years too late. Been born 100 years ago. He sounds like he would have met a great Nazi. Giving people shots and
Would have made a great Nazi.
yeah, some psychopath like this guy.
So whenever I see somebody who kills a lot of people, I'm like, you know what? That guy would have been a great Nazi.
He's
Old-
German.
Old
He's-
Jeff Dahmer. You know, I mean,
Ted
his
Bundy,
talents were wasted here. Ted Bundy, who's just
Could've been-
behind
could've been
his
a
time,
great- could've been a great-
would have been a great Nazi.
Maybe so.
OJ would have been a great Nazi.
But I'm rewatching
The BTK killer. I mean,
Dennis Rader.
You put him in the Sudetenland circa 1940, and he would have just been an artist. He would have made a great Nazi.
So serious.
Oh man, that's not good.
Thanks, Bear. That's all we got.
That's all we got.
That's all we got.
I almost have no transition to the live read now.
We got nothing.
It feels bad to do a Griffin Law live read after that.
I could transition it for you.
Go ahead, please.
If you're on trial at Nuremberg and your people are accusing you of being a Nazi, you might want to give Griffin Law Firm a call. Don't want to go into that without proper representation. How was that, Russ?
Awful. Just terrible. Just the worst segue in the history of radio. And that's really saying something because we've been doing this show for 15 years now. We've had some bad ones. That's the worst. That's just the worst. Anytime you're including the word Nazi in your
Nuremberg.
live reads, something has gone terribly wrong. Terribly.
You took a turn somewhere that you were not supposed to take to get to that point.
I saw a preview for the new movie earlier. Thought about going and watching that tonight.
Does look good.
Yeah.
What movie?
About the Nuremberg.
With Russell Crowe and
Remy, is it Rami or Remy Malek?
yeah, that guy's so weird
This
looking.
one slipped.
He's
out
a
of my
great
radar.
actor, though. Great character actor.
Is Jared Harris in it too?
I don't
that guy.
know.
What's it
but
called?
it would not surprise me.
So do we know?
Judgment at Nuremberg or just Nuremberg?
Judgment.
Judgment?
I think so. Maybe. I'm not sure.
Is it a remake?
Folks, the Griffin Law Firm is your trusted ally in military legal matters. They're committed to giving a voice to all active duty reserve members and veterans who face criminal allegations by the government, whether you've been accused of a serious offense like fraud, assault, or DUI, or you're facing administrative separation, having to defend your security clearance or license against adverse action. The Griffin Law Firm is ready to represent you through that challenge. Let VFL Marshall Griffin and his team of experienced military attorneys make your problem their problem. For a free consultation, call 888-707-4282 or just go online to griffinlawdefense.com. Also, if you work for a federal agency like the DOE, the FBI, the FCC, the DOD, something like that, and you find yourself subject to adverse action, they specialize in federal employment law. A lot of people who work for these agencies don't even know they have legal recourse. You do with the Griffin Law Firm. Give them a call, 888-707-4282. Online, griffinlawdefense.com. At Griffin Law, your mission is their mission. Remember, remain silent, request counsel, call Griffin Law.
Oh, it comes out today. The Nuremberg movie releases today.
Oh, man, I can't remember the last time I went to a theater to see a movie.
Nuremberg.
It is just called Nuremberg. Russell Crowe, Rami Malek, Colin Hanks.
That's Tom's kid who doesn't speak with the fake Jamaican accent, right?
Yeah, that one.
Yeah, he was in the one that was in Band of Brothers.
Yeah.
He's been in a bunch of stuff.
Love me a good World War II movie.
I would have never. It's the second time Russell Crowe's played somebody completely creepy and evil.
What was the first one?
Was it called Rage?
Oh, yeah, the Road Rage movie.
Yeah.
That was weird.
I didn't see that.
That was scary.
Best Russell Crowe movie besides Gladiator?
American Gangster.
Yeah,
Good.
Richie.
American Gangster, for sure.
I was going to go Cinderella Man.
Haven't seen it.
Oh, man, so good.
I checked off another one off my list this week, though.
So good. What's that?
The Shining.
The OG Shining?
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, Stephen King
180.
hated that movie.
Yeah. My little brother told me, like, he went on a campaign about how it was so bad and then made his own version.
Which is truly awful.
Horrible.
Yes.
That's what the guy from the TV show Wings played, Jack Torrance. Have you all heard there's a new show on HBO called Welcome to Derry? And apparently the character that the older black gentleman from The Shining, the actor his name was Scatman Crothers.
Yeah.
But his character is in this new Welcome to Derry, and it intertwines all that stuff. I've heard it's absolutely terrifying.
Is this the It show, like the It spinoff show that they're making?
Yeah, set in the 60s.
Mm-hmm. My little brother was all into that one.
Let's grab a call from Golf Ball Vol. GBV. What you got?
Hey, what's going on, fellas? I just wanted to call in and chime about the upcoming game in the Swamp. I've, as a fellow diehard Tennessee fan, I've been there 3 times now. Watched us lose 3 times, obviously. And I was thinking today, where does Joey Aguilar, where does Josh Heupel, where does their legacy sit if we go win this game in a couple weeks?
If we don't win this game?
No, if we do.
Oh. Well, I think a lot of it would depend on what happens the next week. Because I think if you beat Florida in the Swamp, like people are just you're going to celebrate for 24 hours or so, and then it's immediately going to pivot to a huge game against Vanderbilt, which has never really happened before, right? We've never looked at that as a quote-unquote huge game that you could lose. I mean, we've played them at the end of the season with a lot riding on, like last year. You know, there was a lot riding on it, but we didn't look at it as a huge game because they weren't that good. They're pretty good this year. And they're going to be, likely 9-2, and it's going to be a playoff play-in game for them. So that's going to be a huge game. And I think if you win it, the temperature will cool down around Josh Heupel. People will say that you ended the season on a high note. A win over Florida and ruining Vanderbilt's season is a good note to go into the offseason on, and then like people will relax a little bit with all the demands that are. You got to fire Tim Banks, you got to relinquish play calling duties, you got to hire a game management expert, all that stuff. That stuff will die down, and it'll be about recruiting, transfer portal, and then moving to 2026. Now, if you lose, then we're going to be doing what we've been doing, which is scrutinizing every aspect of the program and trying to decide what needs to change.
Well, I was kind of, I like your obviously taking everything, but I was looking at long term. Like, okay, I've sat here and thought about it for a whole week now, like everybody else. We're out of the playoffs, fine. But do we remember Casey Clausen as the Iceman in the swamp, or do we remember Nico going 10-2 and making the playoffs? And also, on top of that, if we could shut that little rat up, Diego Pavia,
Bear wants to go full Greg Williams and harvest Diego Pavia's knee.
Are we going to remember Joey Aguilar and this win more than we would remember a playoff? I thought about that, and it's a saving grace. It's like what do we have to look forward to this season? But where is that? It's like I've been hurt so many times in the swamp, and it's like that is just like the biggest monkey on the Tennessee program's back, like the football program's back. It's like Florida in the swamp.
I don't know. Georgia's.
It would be a big monkey to get off our back.
Yeah.
It would feel good knowing that rivalry is going away as far as an every year game that we play. We won the last one. We won down there. It would, if we don't win, when we play them next, whenever we go down, you haven't won there since 2003. It's been 25 years or whatever it'll have been by then. And you would rather just get rid of that.
We're the Benjamin Button meme if we don't win this year.
Yeah. It's a big one, man. It is. And it really is the end of an era, man. You talk about the series that has defined our program for the past 30 years or so.
In my lifetime.
Yeah, it's crazy. They supplanted Alabama. They did the impossible. It's just been, God, they've been a thorn in our side.
Yeah, man. Like my whole life growing up, I've hated Florida more than I've hated Alabama. Like that's how I always viewed that rivalry. And it's kind of wild that we're not going to be playing them anymore. So this game is extremely important to people like Vols fans in my demographic for sure.
Yeah. It's never been that way. I've always hated him, but it's not the same level of just loathing that Alabama is.
Yeah. Well, that's about all I got, guys. I was just, I do, if I got time, I want to chime in one more thing about Kiffin.
Quickly, go ahead. Yeah.
So is he better than Josh Heupel? Because he crapped the bed last year, going 9-3. And how many college football playoffs berths does Kiffin have versus Josh Heupel?
0.
That's facts right now. So if he goes and wins the national championship, yeah, give it to him. But he's not done it yet. But it's kind of like I'm going to pull the other meme out. Is like, the HR. I want to go talk to HR, and it's got Kiffin versus Heupel. He's the hot candidate, but I know Kiffin, he's mentioned everywhere, Florida, LSU, and Heupel's getting a little talk, but who's really better between those two guys?
I think it's a coin toss. I think right now most people would say Kiffin. I think most Tennessee fans would say Heupel. But I think they're very similar. They're basically the same guy, right? I think Kiffin is a little bit more charismatic, probably a little bit better of a recruiter. Heupel's quieter, more conservative. Some people might like that. Some people might not. But I'd say they're very comparable. So it's a hard question to answer. Thanks, Golf Ball Vol. Appreciate you, man. Good call.
Heupel's a lot less likely to embarrass a university somehow or get caught up and just do something completely insane.
Do you think, and look, I've not been a Lane Kiffin defender through the years.
No, actually the opposite.
Do you think, though, that, it's been a while since Lane Kiffin has done anything really embarrassing? I mean, he's probably the most active college coach in any sport on social media. He likes to poke the bear. I don't know. I wouldn't describe him as a troll, but he likes to just kind of
get a little bit of Steve Spurrier.
Very much. He's kind of a new age Spurrier. Just kind of likes to gig people out there. Do you think that some of the quote unquote embarrassing things that he used to do are behind him permanently?
Yeah, probably. For being honest, he was what? How old was he when he was here? Early 30s?
32, yeah, something like that.
It's an awful lot to put on a 32-year-old.
Yeah, because I remember I was 29 at the time, and I remember thinking, like, it's so weird after, Fulmer and Majors being the coach for my entire life. It's so weird. The coach is just suddenly my age.
Yeah.
That was so strange.
Yeah.
Quick timeout. 865-966-3435. The Sheik coming up next right here on Fan Run Radio.
The Drive.
Streaming worldwide at fanrunradio.com and on the free Fan Run app. This is Big Orange Country's sports talk radio superstation. Fan Run Radio, Knoxville.
This football season, crack open a cold beer that doesn't fumble the flavor. Garage Beer is 100% beer-flavored beer. No gimmicks, just cold beer. Co-owned by the Kelsey brothers and brewed right here in the Volunteer State, Garage Beer is perfect for fall fire pits and Tennessee tailgates. So pick up a 12-pack today of the official beer of Football Fridays on Fan Run Radio. Garage Beer, 100% beer-flavored beer.
Vol fans, reimagine your home at Broadway Carpets and Flooring for any remodeling or building needs. With a variety of carpets, rugs, hardwood, vinyl, and stone, Broadway has all the flooring and installation options you're looking for, including pet-resistant products like Pet Perfect Carpet from Shaw Floors. Visit their showroom in downtown Knoxville or the location in West Knoxville located on Kingston Pike near Pellissippi Parkway today.
Your smile says it all, so make sure it's saying the right thing. At Knoxville Smiles, we believe healthy teeth mean happy lives. Now through the end of the year, we're offering half-price whitening with a cleaning. That's right, half-price whitening with a routine teeth cleaning at Knoxville Smiles. Call today to set up your appointment. 865-539-1776. That's 865-539-1776. Or book online at KnoxvilleSmiles.com. Don't wait another day to love your smile. Smile brighter with Knoxville Smiles.
Are you a federal employee facing workplace challenges like suspension or removal? Are you concerned about your security clearance with any federal agency? You know the Griffin Law Firm is your trusted ally in military legal matters. But did you know they also specialize in civilian federal employment law? If you're a federal employee facing workplace challenges like suspension or removal, if you're concerned about your security clearance with any federal agency, the DOE, FBI, FCC, or DOD, you might not know it, but you do have legal recourse. The Griffin Law Firm specializes in federal employment law, military law, and security defense law. VFL Marshall Griffin and his experienced team are ready to make your problem their problem, no matter which federal agency you work for. Don't face federal employment issues alone. Remember, remain silent, request counsel, call Griffin Law, 888-707-4282, online at griffinlawdefense.com.
Welcome to Axle Logistics, where excellence isn't just a goal, it's an energy. As a leading third-party logistics company, Axle is powered by an award-winning culture built on a work hard, play hard mentality. Here, the drive for success is contagious and hard work never goes unnoticed. Whether you're just starting out or looking to level up, Axle Logistics is the place to launch your career. Join us and take your ambition to the stars. To learn more, visit axlelogistics.com.
Knoxville, get ready. The Big Sports Show is coming Saturday, November 8th at the World Exposition Hall. Meet your favorite sports stars, Hall of Famer Earl Campbell, baseball greats Wade Boggs, Dwight Gooden, and Jose Canseco, plus UT legends Shamiqua Holtzclaw, Carl Pickens, and many more. Autographs, photos, and memories you'll never forget, all in one huge day. Tickets on sale. Get yours now at BigSportsShow.com. That's BigSportsShow.com. The Big Sports Show, Saturday, November 8th, Knoxville. Don't miss it.
Fan Run Radio, The Drive continues. Friday afternoon edition of the show. Alert listener Joey sends this one to me. I don't think it's Joey Aguilar. Barry Yohe had the big story when Tennessee went down to Mississippi State. What was the gentleman's club down there that was doing the biscuits and gravy wrestling? Was that the Pink Pony?
No. What was it? I
think it was just the pony.
Just the pony, maybe?
Yeah. Pink Pony's in Atlanta, from what I've heard.
We've got the Mouse's Ear up in Johnson City as a special promotion going on tonight.
What is it?
They're calling it No Snap, No Problem. You know, the SNAP benefits have been, as part of the government shutdown, no SNAP benefits. People they've lost their food stamps. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
$500 in food and grocery giveaways and Walmart gift cards to the hottest moms on stage tonight. It's kind of like an amateur thing. Moms go up there and
you wanting to go up there and support local moms?
Dancing in the nude. Well, I mean, I don't have to. They've got gift cards. Top 5 participants get a Walmart gift card.
Good for them. Best of luck to all contestants.
Shout out to local businesses stepping in to fill the void where the government has dropped the ball, evidently. So
yeah, it's great. It's a great way to seize the moment.
It's great for our area too. You know, that gives the good people of Johnson City a good name.
Yeah.
Is their sister club going to be doing the same thing? I wonder.
Sister club.
There's one somewhere around here.
Oh, the I thought you were like referring to like a Chippendale, like a men's club.
No.
Single dads. Get up there?
No.
Would you get up there and dance in the nude for, $500 worth of fabulous gifts and prizes?
No.
But 1,000?
No.
10,000?
No.
$1 million?
Maybe.
Every man has his price. Let's get the Sheik in here. Haji, good afternoon. How are you, sir?
Hello, boys. I'm doing well. I got a couple things to address with Bear, if I may.
You may.
First of all, I'm going to defend what he was saying about Florida. And to make it simpler, there's 0% chance he or I would put a penny on Tennessee in the swamp.
Well, I will certainly agree with you there.
Yeah, I wouldn't say we don't have a chance to win, but there's no chance I'm putting a dime on it. Yeah.
What would the line on that game be right now?
The Florida game?
Yeah.
I'm sure it's already out.
We were 5.5 point favorites when we went down there with Milton and that bunch a couple of years ago.
I feel like I saw a week or two ago, Haji, Florida -1.5 or something like that.
Yeah, they were favored. I can't remember. I don't know. I think we were probably favored now. But they did what coaches do when they get fired. They give their best effort, and they did last week. And so that'll start wearing off, and players will start thinking about the portal if they don't have who's the next coach going to be. They'll kind of check out a little bit as the season drags on. Hopefully, for us.
Yeah, see what kind of effort they put forth tomorrow night at Kentucky up there at the Krog.
Yeah, the other thing that's a bad spot for them, by the way. They coming off that big emotional game where Georgia got 3 calls in the second half that mattered, which is par for the course. But then they got Ole Miss next week on the road, so it's just not a good. And it's going to be cold, chance of rain, maybe not a good spot for Florida. I would play Kentucky, but that's not a best bet certainly. But I did want to say something else for Bear. I'm going to see if I can get an item off the list of awesome things Bear hates because come out of 4 months of literal hell here, which makes it even hard to leave the house in the summer. It's kind of comparable to everybody else's winter. It's just too miserable, too hot to get out. So now every morning, the first thing I do is open the front door and the back sliding door, and there's nothing in between. So the breeze flows right through those screen doors, which are my saving grace this time of year. So I want to give credit to
I had
screen door.
I had the screen door open at Stately Smith Manor earlier today. It was beautiful.
What do you think, Bear?
No, it's not coming off the list.
Moving on.
I mean, screen doors in Arizona. It's there is no better temperature in your house than leaving your screen door open this time of year in Arizona.
There's no better item in your whole entire house than a screen door.
None.
Okay. All right. Well, let's talk about a couple of other coaches that got fired last week. The coaches are 7-2 this year in their first game after the firing. So that's an item that I cannot ignore, and I'll probably just go ahead and go with both of them this week. Auburn, not to mention the new bump for the interim coach theory. They're catching Vandy at a pretty good time. Vandy coming off grueling schedule, 4 teams in the top 15. They just lost their second one, so they get eliminated from any, the SEC championships out of the question, the playoffs out of the question. So shout out to Texas last week. But it's a bad spot for Vanderbilt. Plus Auburn's, they still got a great defense, top 25 defense. And it's just it's a good spot for them because they're going to be fired up. Did you know that Auburn had 3 different play callers up until this week? 1 for first down, 1 for second down, and 1 for third down.
Yeah, that's so dumb,
formula
man.
for disaster.
Now, I know like Urban Meyer used to do that a little bit. Like he would have different people, like he would have a different play caller for the red zone, a different play caller for like different situations. But
yeah, that's not terrible.
First, second, and third down, that seems like too many cooks in the kitchen.
Yeah. But he needs help in the red zone. So that's good to know. But I guess he needs a dedicated clock and timeout manager as
Is
well.
that something that Durkin I haven't been following down there because usually like they empower these assistant coaches to make changes. You remember Petrino fired a bunch of guys on the defensive staff. Like has Durkin named a coordinator and said, hey, you're the offensive play caller. Go at it.
Yeah, he has, but I don't remember who it is.
Okay.
He'll still pilot the defense, I guess. But he'll turn over the offense.
Sure.
I know he did say that it was going to be a one-man show on offense. So that'll
how
help.
dumb is Freeze going to? I mean, he already looks pretty dumb. But like if they go up there and the offense looks great with whoever calling the plays and it's just one voice and all that stuff, it's not going to reflect well on him.
Well, he probably wouldn't go on his in his portfolio on his resume. Yeah. And I'll say something about Kiffin too. He's a lot more mature than he was 16 years ago. And I've never been on we got to hire him back or anything, but I'm a lot more warm to it now. But just because of that fact, the only caveat would be if he signed a contract, you'd have to say, if you leave for another job, you've got to pay us every penny we paid you. It'd have to be an outrageous buyout that he would have to agree to. And I think he would be open to that, to be honest. I don't think he would leave here if he got the chance.
By the way, Ole Miss a 53.5-point favorite at home against the Citadel tomorrow.
50. Oh, I don't like the half.
That's where you draw the line.
Yeah, no, that's a bad spot for them too. They got the Gators coming in, even though Florida is just Florida, but it's still not an ideal spot. They've had their own share of dramatic games lately, so why fool around with this one? Yeah, it's no reason to get anybody hurt. I'd probably say they win by 52. That's probably a good line, 49 or something like that. No, they won't get my money.
No, I was going to say, I believe if you want to play something on that one, you go right ahead. I'll be over here watching other things.
The other coach, obviously, LSU, is any player in America happier that their coach got fired than the LSU team? I don't know who it would be.
You think they get the bump tomorrow?
I'm going to give it to them just because the status, the trend says so. Yeah. I think they'd be highly motivated. to get with him out of, they know he's not going to berate him. Nobody berates his players more than Kelly. So I
Plus
think
10
there's
and a
big
half.
Relief. Yeah. I hope
Okay.
it goes to 11, but I'll play it plus 10.5. They're still loaded with talent. They're on defense, especially. There was a while there where the road team was always the play in this series. So I don't think LSU is going to be intimidated, certainly. And Alabama's coming off their gauntlet of games. They both had buys last week. The hot team is Alabama. I like to fade those, LSU lost their coach. That's another check mark for LSU. But speaking of being fun to watch LSU beat Bama without Kelly. That'd be special.
That would be good. Yes. I hope they can do it. I wonder what their quarterback situation is like. Nussmeier's been beat up. He's been ineffective. And they've got the Van Buren boy from Mississippi State.
Van Buren boys.
Yes.
I don't know I can't really imagine Alabama being too distracted by Oklahoma next week. But another thing I did that game obviously knocked them out of the playoff. So they're fired up, going to be fired up next week for that one. So it could be a little bit of a distraction anyway, even though LSU is your big rival. But the other thing, last year I played against all 4 top seeds, and I mentioned this on the show, the Cover Boys, that I bet on number 5. I don't remember who that was last year. Only Ohio State covered Purdue last year. They're playing Purdue again this year, so I wouldn't be surprised if they routed them. But the other 4 games all covered. So the other top 3 teams in the playoff initial rankings all failed to cover, and the number 5 team did win. So that's a perfect thing for Kirby, right? He loves claiming the disrespect wherever it comes from. And being out of the top 4, that's just a natural one for him to feed his team. So I do like them tomorrow, but it's up to 9.5, and I don't know if I can go there. Mississippi State we talked about what they've done as home dogs, but the trend that I like in the game is over the last 2 years when they were home dogs, they're 6-0 to the over. And I fully expect them to be able to score on Georgia's defense, and Georgia will score when it matters, certainly late. So I wouldn't be surprised if State gets ahead early, then maybe put a little something on Georgia, but bet the over 56.5 pregame. I think that's a pretty confident pick.
All right. So far, for those of you keeping track, we've got Kentucky plus 3.5. We've got Auburn. Where were they at? Plus 6.5, 7?
6.5. Yeah, I'd like to see that go to 7.
LSU 10.5. And the over, Mississippi State and Georgia.
Yeah, sure.
Did I miss one?
What else? What other games you like?
You tell me. You're the expert here. By the way, what 24-16 on the year, the right sides? Is that correct?
I believe that's correct. We're 2 games behind where we were last year. So we had a really good November last year. So I've got big things. I don't want to throw my guy under the bus, but I usually will send him 4 games that I would consider for right sides, and he'll have his, and we've been clashing a little bit the last couple of weeks. So some of my best picks haven't made it to the show or as right sides, but I think I've given them out on Friday afternoon. So Friday afternoon, the drive has been good to me so far.
Yes, sir. All right. Well, give me 1 or 2 more before we get out of here. Yeah.
Okay. How about Wake Forest? Virginia's been really hanging by a thread. They're 8-1, 6-3 against the spread. They had to get a pick 6 last week against Cal with 30 seconds left to cover the spread, and I had Cal in my contest, so that was a little bit of a backbreaker. But they've struggled to close people out. Same as BYU, by the way. We're going to be on Texas Tech, but Wake Forest. Both of these teams picked in the bottom 4 teams in the conference, so pretty cool story there. But Virginia, the pressure's got to be mounting on those guys because they just keep barely beating. They're the only undefeated team in conference play, so their destiny is their hand. They went out. They're going to the playoff. That might be a little too much to think of. So Wake Forest has been really competitive. We had Florida State last week against them in a blowout, so that was just their only bad effort of the year for them. I look for them to bounce back and get after Virginia, they're going to be tight, I think. Until they lose, they're going to be tight, and they are going to lose.
So we got Wake plus 6.5 at UVA. Going to be a good one. And I heard a little hint in there. We're on the Red Raiders as well, and the big one down in Lubbock.
Yeah, BYU's been a crusher for the last 3 games. They were off last week, so I didn't even have to think about them, which was nice. But they've just done the same thing. They were lucky to get out of Tucson and Boulder, and then they barely beat West Virginia at home by 3. That's the worst team in the conference. So they're certainly beatable. I wouldn't be. They've started fast though, and game day can be a distraction for teams that don't host it very often.
Yeah.
So that's not a plus, I don't think. But I think as the game goes on,
is it kind of like hosting Hard Knocks in the NFL?
It's like a bad luck deal, right?
Yeah.
Just yeah.
Haji will be listening Cover Boys tonight at 8 p.m. on many of these Fan Run affiliates after the SM Athletics Friday night scoreboard with Tim the Thrill Hill and friends. Should be a lot of fun. They remember what you do in November. Haji, we're depending on you.
Okay. Well,
no pressure,
I feel
though.
good about it. I feel good. No, I don't feel it. I feel good. I'm relaxed.
He doesn't feel pressure. He's the Sheik.
No, not in this situation. I'll feel more pressure tomorrow.
He's the anti-Max Gilbert. Too soon?
Yeah. No, it's good. It's all good. You guys enjoy the day off tomorrow. No VR
Yes,
to worry
sir.
about. You can watch all the games and do whatever you want. It'll be fun. Yeah.
All right, Haji, appreciate you, man. Thanks.
Appreciate you guys. Have a good weekend. Enjoy the game.
Yes, sir. He just laid a lot on us. Kentucky, Auburn,
quite a bit.
LSU, the over, Mississippi State, Georgia, Wake, and Texas Tech. Your winners from the Sheik. Tune in to the Cover Boys tonight. There are at least 2 other right sides that have yet to be revealed that you'll want to take advantage of. That's the Cover Boys coming up tonight, 8 p.m. right here on Fan Run Radio. We got to take a quick timeout. We'll be back to wrap things up. The shocking conclusion of the drive coming up next.
The Drive. Can't get enough Fan Run Radio? Download the free Fan Run app and take the best Tennessee sports conversations with you wherever you go.
What kind of day is it? It's a White Claw day. Light and refreshing tasting, uniquely cold wave filtered. There's an iconic flavor for everyone. Come on, grab a pack. White Claw. Grab life by the claw. Please drink responsibly. Hard seltzer with flavor. White Claw Seltzer Works, Chicago, Illinois.
In a world filled with deadlines and screens, sometimes we forget the simple joys of life. Days filled with special moments. At Inward Half, we understand the essence of these moments. Feel the difference between our breathable fabrics and flexible apparel as you disconnect from the hustle and bustle and reconnect with what truly matters. Inward Half. Simple luxury for on and off the course.
Have you ever found yourself wishing your clothes looked brand new again? Whether it's your favorite suit, that little black dress, or your comfy winter coat, Crown Cleaners can make it happen. From stubborn stains to delicate fabrics, the expert team at Crown Cleaners uses the latest cleaning technology to ensure your clothes come back looking and feeling fresh. Visit one of their 2 area locations, Kingston Pike on Bearden Hill or South North Shore Drive near Dunkin' Donuts. Online at crowncleaners.com. Crown Cleaners, a tradition of excellence.
Is that old tree in your yard starting to lean a little too much? Branches hanging over your roof? Don't wait until it's too late. Call ECR Total Landscapes today. At ECR Total Landscapes, we specialize in safe, professional tree removal, trimming, and storm damage cleanup. So if you've got trees that need to go, now is the time to give us a call. Plus, we're offering free stump grinding now through the end of the year when you use or mention promo code FANRUN. That's right, free stump grinding for Fan Run Radio listeners. At ECR Total Landscapes, we live up to our name by offering total landscape services. In addition to tree cutting, we also offer a wide range of landscape installation services and custom monthly maintenance packages that create stunning outdoor spaces tailored to your vision. Give us a call today to schedule a free estimate at 865-384-2012 or just visit us online at ecrtotallandscapes.com.
Yee-haw! I've been hooting and hollering ever since I started betting with the VIP Play app. VIP Play has more than 200 leagues, every bet type you can imagine, live betting and live hosts, all with 24/7 support from real live people when you need them. Start betting better with the VIP Play app today.
Don't be a better, be a better with VIP Play today.
Download VIP Play today or head to VIPPlayApp.com. Make sure you use the promo code FANRUN to take advantage of their welcome bonus and so they know that we sent you. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-8899-789. Must be 21 or older and located in Tennessee to bet.
Hey, football fans, this is Stats.
And this is the Sheik. And together we are the Cover Boys. And we cover college football like no one else.
Each week, we preview all the big games in college football. And we may not tell you who's going to win, but we'll tell you who's going to cover.
Our patented right sides are clicking at 66% against the spread all time.
So join us right here every Friday evening at 8 for the Cover Boys on the official voice of Tennessee fans, Fan Run Radio.
And enjoy the winners, everyone.
Fan Run Radio, The Drive continues. Tweet from NFL reporter Dove Kleiman. Kleiman?
Not sure. Always wondered.
Paternity test has confirmed that Stephon Diggs is the father of Instagram model Eileen Lopera's baby girl. Diggs is also expecting a child with girlfriend rapper Cardi B.
Congrats again.
He now has 4 kids on the way with 4 different women.
Congrats.
Who says their true love doesn't exist anymore? He's so full of it, he's just spreading it all over the place.
Hey, yes.
You're a little on you, a little on you, a little on you.
You better hope he keeps getting paid them big dollars. Kids are not cheap, even for an NFL player.
No, it's, good grief, man. Like, just go get a little snip. What are you doing? Don't you know about Travis Henry? At least wear a prophylactic. I mean, good grief.
Something, anything.
That's sad.
For who? These women or him or the
kids.
children?
For the kids. What would you think, like, if you knew
you had like 3 other half siblings?
Yeah, if you knew that your dad had like 3 other baby mamas, 3 other kids, different.
That'd be pretty rough.
That would be so weird.
I mean, have you not seen the Billy Corgan, Bill Burr, Howie Mandel thing? Apparently it wasn't a shoot. It wasn't fake. And like they sprung it, Howie and.
Yeah, but they don't know if they're really brothers.
They sprung it on Burr.
Yeah. And I'm not saying that I'm sure we have a lot of listeners from like, combined families or whatever. You get divorced, whatever. You have kids, different people, like you make it work. But when you're, how old is Stephon? He's like 28.
Yeah, he's not that old.
It's like, dude, come on, man.
Yeah.
Giving the rest of us a bad name out there.
Dudes or?
Yes.
Okay.
Men.
Yeah.
Let's get Westchester in here. Westchester.
That would be good, but Westchester dropped. You got to read your text sometimes.
All right, well, 865-966-3435. Your number if you want to get on the show this afternoon, 966-3435. You can call or text the program this afternoon as we prepare for the off week. It starts with some good games tonight. We'll see if
there's all kinds of stuff on tonight. What did you make of I'm sure we'll get into it next week. The story that Trey just dropped. Have you had a chance to skim it yet?
Yes. Trey Wallace reporting that the athletics director at Baylor is in trouble for not being a nice person. The Pink Ponies in Memphis. Thank you to alert listener Nick.
Is there not one in Atlanta
in the text box?
Fairly certain there was. I thought I went the wrong. bachelor party a long time.
The former morning show guy's pants just hit the floor when you mentioned Jamie Chadwell. That's good. This comes from Brad and La Follette. Somebody says, you can't say Lane wouldn't have lost to Michigan with Ohio State when he lost to Kentucky last year. Fair enough.
That's a good point.
Another person says, I'm so sick of rationalizing disappointing losses in year 5 by saying, well, look at what he inherited. Spoiler alert, Heupel's best season was with Hooker and Hyatt, players he inherited from Pruitt. It's a good point, too. I mean, I would say, he went 10-2 largely with his own roster last year. It might not have been aesthetically as pleasing to watch as 2022, but it was the same record with big wins, including over some of the same teams in Florida and Alabama.
Yes. We didn't have to get a bowl game win over to get to 10.
And we don't know how this season is going to end up, but 10 double-digit wins still in play with a bowl game. So it's not over until it's over. We'll see what happens.
I wonder how it's going to play out.
Don't we all? Somebody says, does Zach Calzada have any more eligibility after that? Well, he's 25 years old. A, so I'm guessing probably not. And B, why would you want that guy? I don't think that was a good look for him yesterday.
Well, and he got beat out by a freshman. What boggles me, he's like a year or two older than new guy. And this guy's just still screwing around in college.
Well, how old was Hendo Sanko his last year? He was 24, right?
Yeah.
How old is Joey? 23?
23, 24, 25.
I mean, I kind of think.
Why Calzada, I'd only been on the show like a year or two when this kid started college. What'd you say, 2018?
He's been around for a minute.
I mean, it's almost 8 years this kid's been banging around.
Even the coal miners are wanting him gone. I see things on Twitter saying, "Oh, you got to get rid of this guy." Just go ahead and
paid him.
Is he their Boo Carter?
Boo's not done anything like that. Boo did go AWOL in the middle of summer.
I mean, he might not have done it as anything cringy, but I would argue that maybe what he did was actually worse, stepping out on his team right before the season like that when you're such a key part of the.
I just don't get it. If you're wanting to model yourself after Travis Hunter, I guess he must have missed that part where, Travis Hunter worked harder than anybody else on the Colorado football team.
Yeah. Yeah. And there's some Tennessee fans that say we ought to go ahead and cut ties with Boo at this point.
Yeah, I don't know. Might as well just make it to the end of the season.
A very resigned Bear.
Well, I mean, he does seem to catch punts. And
does he? I see they're bouncing off his chest every now and then.
I think the first time, if he really fumbled one, I think he'd probably be done. But I mean, Staley did not look good back there.
I think for the send a message crowd, if you were going to do it to send a message, the opportunity is lost. If you wanted to send the message, you would have done it in August. And we were hearing behind the scenes that that's what the players wanted. The other players were over him.
Yeah.
And he was that much of a cancer in the locker room. If you do it now, it almost makes you look even weaker because it's you do it now when it's easy. You wouldn't do it when it was hard, when it was the hard thing to do. So, yeah, I think you are kind of stuck with him for lack of a better term, unless he does something just terribly egregious behind the scenes. But I haven't heard anything like that. But, yeah, I think you're kind of forced to ride it out at this point. And I wouldn't imagine that he would participate in a bowl game. I think it would be, leaving the locker room after the Vanderbilt game, maybe the last time we see Boo Carter in Knoxville.
Maybe so.
All right. Stay with us. We got Friday night programming coming up with the high school scoreboard presented by SM Athletics. Of course, Cover Boys headed your way at 8 p.m. A lot to get to. Keep it tuned right here. It's Fan Run Radio. We'll talk to you Monday on The Drive.
The Drive.
The voluntary reaction.
This football season, tune into Big Orange Country's post-game radio free-for-all, The Voluntary Reaction, presented by the Griffin Law Firm. We'll be live on the Fan Run Radio app as soon as every UT game is over, taking your calls and breaking